he a free throw man down, call her Amber Lambs, tell him breathe, bro. Nail a nigga to the cross, he walk around like Tizo. What's up with Psst, I see dead people.
Nothing on that beat, nope.
Aye, mustard on the beat, ho, Debo, any rap nigga, he a free throw, man down, call her Amber Lambs, tell him breathe, bro. Nail a nigga to the cross, he walk around like Tizo. What's up with these jabroni ass niggas trying to see Compton? The industry can hate me, fuck them all and they mama. How many options you really got? I mean, it's too many options. I'm finna pass on this body, I'm John Stockton. Beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified boogeyman, I'm the one that up to score with him. Walking down whole time, I know he got some hoe in him. Pole on him, extort shit, bully the flow on him. Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to cell block 1. To any bitch that talk to him and they in love, just make sure you hide your little sister from him. They tell me Chubb's the only one that get your hand-me-downs and party at the party playing with his nose now. And Baca got a weird case, why is he around? Certified lover boys, certified pedophiles. Wop, 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 wop. That fuck him up. Wop, 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 wop. I'ma do my stuff. Why you trolling like a bitch? Ain't you tired? Trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor. They not like us. 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 You think the Bay gon' let you disrespect Pac, nigga? I think that Oakland show gon' be your last stop, nigga. They cold foul, I don't know why you still pretending. What is the owl? Bird niggas and bird bitches, go. The audience not dumb, shape the stories how you want. Hey Drake, they're not slow. Rabbit hole is still deep, I can go further, I promise. Ain't there some B-rest that's for bitchin'? You Malibu most wanted, ain't no law boy, you ball boy, fresh Gatorade or something. Since 2009, I had this bitch jumping. You niggas will get a wedgie, be flipped over your boxes, or over your foe. The other vaginal option, pussy. Nigga better straighten they posture. Got famous all up in content. Might write this for the doctor. Tell a pop star quit hiding. Fuck a caption, won't action. No accident. I'm hands on. He fuck around, get polished. Fucked on Wayne Grow. He was in jail. That's conniving. Then get his face tatted like a bitch apologizing. I'm glad D-Rose came home. Y'all didn't deserve him neither. From Alondra down to Central. Nigga better not speak on Serena. And your homeboy needs subpoena. That predator moving flocks. That name gotta be registered and placed on neighborhood watch. I lean on you niggas like another line of walk. Yeah, it's all eyes on me and I'ma send it up the pot. Ay, put the roll label on me. I'ma get them dropped. Ay, sweet chin music and I won't pass the ox. Ay, how many stocks do I really have in stock? Ay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5. Ay, devil is a lie. Here 69 God. Ay, freaky ass niggas need to stay their ass inside. Ay, roll their ass up like a fresh pack of Zod. Ay, city is back up. It's a must. We outside. Ay. They not like us. 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 Once upon a time, all of us was in chains. Homie still double down, calling us some slaves. Atlanta was the mecca, building railroads and trains. Bear with me for a second, let me put y'all on game. The settlers was using town folk to make them richer. Fast forward 2024, you got the same agenda. You run to Atlanta when you need a check balance. Let me break it down for you, this the real nigga challenge. You caught Future when you didn't see the club. Hey, what? Lil' baby help you get your lingo up. What? 21 get your false street cred. Thug make you feel like you a slime in your head. Hey, what? Quavo said you can be from Northside. What? 2 Chainz say you good, but he lied. You run to Atlanta when you need a few dollars. No, you not a colleague, you a fucking colonizer. The family matter and the truth of the matter. It was God's plan to show y'all the liar. He a fan, he a fan, he a fan. He a fan, he a fan, he a freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Hey, 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 run for your life. Hey, 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 run for your life. Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Hey, 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 run for your life. Hey, 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 run for your life. Let me hear you say OV ho. OV ho. Say OV ho. OV ho. Then step this way, step that way. Then step this way, step that way. Are you my friend? Are we locked in? Then step this way, step that way. Then step this way, step that way.
Yes, sir. Shout out to K-Dot, man. Shout out to the chat. Appreciate y'all pulling up, man. Let's go ahead and get into it. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel, man. It's about to go down. Look, I know y'all see that title, man. Shit could get messy. Shit could get messy, man. But hey, y'all better leave them Cali boys alone. That's all I'm gonna say, man. Take a page out of J. Cole's book. Be smart, man. Leave them Cali. Yes, sir. What's good, chat? What's going on with y'all, man? Appreciate y'all pulling up as always, man. Let's go ahead and look at some of these comments. Let's see who done pulled up to the stream. Let's see. He said, thank the Most High. Shout out to thank the Most High, man. He said, they not like us. Yes, sir. Let's go ahead and get into it, man. My guy, what's up, Doug, is in the building. He said it's showtime, man. Let's go ahead and get into it. Yes, sir. My guy, Rod Walk, was good with you, baby. You done pulled up. Rock Jones in the building was good, baby. He said, what's good, Uncle Quan? Let's get into these haters, man. Hey, I'm telling y'all, man, the title might be a little bit of bait to these Bryce haters, man. They might have a lot to say, but it doesn't matter. Because what I got to say, man, and look, we got a lot of video proof that we about to pull up. This is not, you know what, we're going to get into it. Let me read these comments. We're going to get into it, man. It should be a fun show. I definitely appreciate y'all pulling up as always, man. Let's read some more of these comments real quick. Deke Davis said with the K-Dot, yes, sir. What's up, Uncle Quan, man? Look, I don't know if y'all know what's been going on, but look, K-Dot done put the damn, the nail in the coffin, man. He put the nail in the coffin. Drake, man, Drake is done, bro. Drake is done, y'all. What's good, JJ? Appreciate you pulling up, man. He said, "Ooh wee, Drake is dead." shout out to JJ pulling up, man. He said this shit is a club vibe. Yeah, facts, bro. Facts. If y'all can see me behind stage, I'm kind of hitting that motherfucker like, yo, that shit kind of smooth, man. Shout out to JJ. Doug said, "Hit that like button." Yes, sir, man. Hit that like button. Let's get this stream going, man. We're about to have fun tonight, man. We're gonna have fun with this thing. D Davis in the chat. Once again, he said them Charlotte podcasts hit different. Yeah, shout out to the Charlotte podcast, man. Shout out to the Panther content creators, man. Shout out to the foe, man. Shout out to the foe. We up. My guy Sir Lance a lot, man. I just made you a mod, by the way. I appreciate you showing mad love to the channel from like day one, bro. Like you've been around for a long time, so I made you a moderator. I figured out how to do it. If y'all was on the last live, I was literally trying to figure out how to make y'all a mod, but I figured it out behind the scenes. So Sir Lance, you have earned that wrench, man. I appreciate you supporting the channel as always. And just like I told y'all on the last live, bro, all y'all gotta do is ask if y'all want to be a mod. All you gotta do is pull up to the channel and just show love, man. Just show some love. My guy Josh, man, same to you. Josh has been around for a minute, so definitely gave him that wrench, man. Appreciate you for showing that love, man. Sir Lance said, let him cook. Yes, sir. He said, finally was off when you went live. Yeah. Facts, man. It's been a minute. He said, appreciate that. Yeah, man. I wanted to make sure that you guys could pull up. Once again, y'all, should be a very fun live. But hey, once again, I appreciate y'all as always, you know, for pulling up to the live shows and just hanging with your boys, showing love on the videos as always and stuff like that. So without you, man, this channel don't mean shit. This don't mean shit. So as a token of my appreciation, just like I talked about on the last live, I definitely want to give back to you guys. We got a total of 3 copies of College Football 25 that we're giving away, man. Myself and Doug over there at What's Up, Doug. All you got to do to enter is be subscribed to my channel, of course, and of course, What's Up, Doug over there, man. Go ahead and subscribe to that man in the chat. Let him know that you showing him some love and all that good stuff. All you got to do is subscribe to the videos. Subscribe to the channels, and you know what I'm saying, you'll get a chance to enter. Pull up to the live stream. We're gonna do like a live trivia giveaway. So you don't want to miss that, man. All you got to do is hit that notification bell so you don't miss the announcements. I'm going to put it in the community chat and on Twitter, so y'all stay tuned if you don't want to miss that giveaway, man. All right. Hey, y'all pulled up for a reason, man. Y'all know what's up. CJ in the chat, what's good with you, CJ? Appreciate you pulling up, man. Hey, chat, let me know real quick. How's my audio? Because my mic is fucked. I don't know what's going on with my mic. So I'm using the computer audio. How's my audio? We good? Let me know in the chat. So Lance says, thanks for making me a moderator, guys. Hey, I appreciate you pulling up and showing love, bro. Showing love, man. He said I'm good. Okay. Just want to make sure we're good before we get into the dirty. Check my messages. Doug talking about. All right, we're good in the chat now. We're good. If y'all can hear me, then we're good. Hey, so let's go ahead and get into it, man. Hey, like I said earlier, this is not really. Damn, man. We got a lot to talk about. I'm not here to really convince y'all to agree with my opinion. That's not what this show is. I'm not here to debate none of y'all. That debate shit is behind me, bro. This debate is actually getting very old. It's not getting anywhere. We just don't see eye to eye, and that's cool. Just know I got the receipts. That's all you need to know. I got the receipts, and these receipts are gonna be comical when I'm pulling them out. And y'all gonna have to be doing a lot of explaining, man. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it at that. But look, we got a lot to talk about, and I'm struggling to figure out where do we start. Where do we start, man? It's a lot to talk about. A lot to talk about. Now, when evaluating Bryce Young, hold on, let me read this last comment. Eternal, what's good? Appreciate you pulling up. He said, sometimes you got to pop out and show niggas. Hey, facts. But listen, man, when it comes to evaluating the young quarterback, Bryce Young, it's a lot of key factors that you have to pull into evaluating a quarterback that's coming to the league for the first time. What does the scheme look like? What does his coach look like? Does he have talent around him that can help separate? You know what I'm saying? Talent around him that can get yards at the catch. Does he have protection? You got to look at all these factors. And this is not just for the quarterback position. This is for everybody. This is for wide receivers, offensive linemen, whatever position you are. When you're evaluating a player, you have to take into consideration these key factors do play a part into their development. So with Bryce Young specifically, we're looking at his development and how he did in his first year. His first year, we cannot deny that those key factors definitely played a part. He obviously had the worst offensive line in the league. We're going to get into all that and more, man. We're going to pull out the film too, so make sure y'all stay tuned. Walk with me. Pull out your pen and pad. Pull out your notebook and all that stuff. Take some notes. I'm about to take y'all to school real quick, and then we're going to open up the panel at the end. So let me go over these points in the film, and y'all hanging up with me, man. But look, these key factors do play a part into to Bryce Young's development. Now, a lot of people will call these excuses. Again, these key factors do play a part when you're evaluating a quarterback as a whole. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it, man. Let's take away these key factors. Let's take away the key factors. Let's take away the excuses. And let's talk about Bryce Young. Let's talk about Bryce Young and just Bryce Young. Let's not even talk about everything around him. What does Bryce Young do well, and what does he need to work on? So take a look at your screen real quick. Bryce Young. Let's talk about the negatives real quick. Let's talk about the cons. Let's talk about the cons first. Now, if you paid attention to this season, Bryce Young definitely had an issue with being stagnant in the pocket from time to time. There was times where he was standing in the same spot for an entire pass play, and he created his own sack. So what does that mean? He dropped back at the top of his drop. He stood in that same spot. That's way too easy for NFL defenders to catch you. I mean, they do these drills all day against these little dummies that don't move. So Bryce Young at times make it way too easy for defenders to get to him. We're going to talk about that in the film as well. Everything that we're bringing up, we're going to talk about in the film, man. I'm going to try to get through this as fast as I can because I do want to open up the panel for you guys to share your thoughts. But again, we're going to school with this shit. So first con, he definitely struggles with being stagnant in the pocket. He also lacks deep ball accuracy. Now, I'm emphasizing accuracy because a lot of y'all do question Bryce Young's arm strength with it, which is actually that's kind of questionable to me as a person who's evaluating Bryce Young. The arm strength has never been an issue to me. I've always seen, from time to time, I've seen Bryce Young throw the ball 40, 50 yards down the field. I've seen it. Matter of fact, we're going to talk about it in the film as we pull it up and talk about it. So the arm strength is not a question. Now, the deep ball accuracy is absolutely a question because there's times where he missed Mingo wide open. He just overshot him. Again, going back to the arm strength is not a problem if the ball is going over this guy's head. It's the accuracy. It's the timing of these routes. It's the chemistry with these receivers that is just simply not there. We've seen him, complete the deep ball time after time when he was in college. So that arm strength is just don't go away. So his arm strength, once again, he got the deep ball. He just don't have the deep ball accuracy. We're going to get into that a little bit more as well. He's also inconsistent with his footwork in the pocket. Very inconsistent. At times he can make throws where he's not ready. You could argue that that's due to pressure being in his face. But regardless of how you look at it, he does struggle with footwork in the pocket. He is very inconsistent in that category. So he definitely struggles when it comes to footwork in the pocket. And one of the biggest flaws of Bryce Young, he did struggle with ball security. He had 11 fumbles on the season. That is just not acceptable. I don't care if you're a rookie, a veteran, whatever you are. That's just not acceptable in any level of football whatsoever. 11 fumbles is definitely a concern moving forward with Bryce Young. You got to be able to secure the ball. And ironically, when I was looking at the film just last season before the draft. I was looking at the film with Josh McCown, and he talked about how Bryce Young holds the ball with two hands when he's scrambling and all that. But it still didn't matter because we saw 11 fumbles from Bryce Young. That's just not acceptable. Before we get into the pros, let me catch up with some of y'all comments. Biamo said, I agree with you. It seems like people have no other talking points to bash Bryce. Yeah, I mean, the thing with these Bryce haters, man, is they refuse to, put into consideration the entire situation. It's a mess from the start to the bottom, man. It's a mess all around. That's not taken away from Bryce Young. I'm literally telling y'all to y'all face what Bryce Young struggles with. He has his issues, but again, we're gonna talk about what he does well as what he does good as well. Rock Jones says where to start. Win fucking number one. Win fucking number one. Okay. My guy Doug in the chat said hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Get the stream going. Nath John said, yep, 100% agree. When he throws deep, he's always overthrowing receivers. Arm strength ain't the issue. Yeah, that's a fact. And another thing with Bryce Young's deep ball, he's more so of a layup kind of deep ball kind of guy, if that makes sense. So Bryce Young is throwing the ball with enough air for his receivers to be able to run under the ball and, have run at the catch. He's not going to put it in the bucket for you. That's not really what his deep ball game looks like. He's just airing it out, trusting his speedy receivers to get under the ball and then take it to the house. That's why him and Jameson Williamson had such a great connection, and John Mechie as well. So his deep ball strength, again, is not an issue. So let's talk about some of his pros. Bryce Young has a super quick release. I watched this in person and multiple times on the film. Every single throw he makes, his throwing motion is extremely fast. So that ball is getting out fast. That is definitely going to be a key factor moving forward to Bryce Young's development. So stay with me right there. Keep that in mind that Bryce Young has a very quick release. And if y'all remember, Dave Canales talked about getting the ball out of his hands quickly. So again, keep that in mind when we're moving forward. He also has a calm demeanor. If y'all look at Bryce Young's face mask during the entire game, as he's getting tossed around by these grown-ass men, the entire game, he has the same facial expression the entire time. The same facial expression. He doesn't seem to be fazed by, big moments, and it definitely showed in college. We're waiting to see it in the NFL, but regardless, he definitely has that calm demeanor. And if you take a look at the tape, and see his eyes throughout the game, again, he has the same facial expressions. That's going to be a key factor coming up into, especially big games against guys like Patrick Mahomes when we played him in Germany, guys like Joe Burrow when we played him at the bank. So big games like that, you're going to have that calm demeanor and make sure that you are not, showing that you are playing with playing scared. You know what I mean? Let me read this comment real quick. CJ, what's good with you, baby? Appreciate you pulling up. He said Bryce Young better get his shit together or Plummer is taking his job. There's the first historical comment of the night, man. That is hilarious. Plummer is literally the third string quarterback coming into this year. I'm not worried about Plummer. If anything, man, if Bryce, fuck up this year, it's gonna be Andy Dalton. I don't know why y'all sitting here trying to sell Plummer to me. That is absolutely hilarious, man. Y'all are funny. Y'all are funny, man. But let's move on. Talk about what else he does well, man. So Bryce Young, he is very underrated in space beyond the line of scrimmage. What does that mean? When he get that ball and take off, when he's tucking and running, he is very underrated, and he got a little wiggle to him to really throw out defenders' leverage. When they're coming at him, you see it time after time through the tape. He makes these guys look silly when he's in space. One-on-one tackles with Bryce Young is very tricky because you have to break down and focus key, really try to key in on taking Bryce Young down because he's very shifty, very underrated ability with Bryce Young. He didn't tend to scramble a lot, but when he did scramble, you had those 3rd and 10 situations where he would take off and get the first down, and that happened multiple times throughout his rookie year. So moving forward, that's another key factor moving to Bryce Young's development. Now, the last but not least, Bryce Young, looking at Bryce Young coming out of college and looking at a little bit of his flashes during his rookie season, he's been able to make these off-platform throws. What does the off-platform throw mean? Take a look at Mahomes every Sunday. When he's rolling out to his left and he flip his entire body and throw it to his right, or you see him twisting his body, making these crazy throws, aerobatic, type of throws. That's the type. I'm not going to sit here and say he is Mahomes. I'm not saying that at all, man. I'm not saying he's on that level of Mahomes. I'm not saying he makes those throws like Mahomes, but he makes off-platform throws in a way where, you know what I'm saying, you see Patrick Mahomes make those type of throws every Sunday. So let me read this comment before we move on. Flame for Jesus, appreciate you pulling up. He said, that's all I'm asking Bryce to do. Something he didn't do all of last year. Show me, please. Show me. Yeah, I mean, hey, we all gonna see. We all waiting for him to show us. You know what I'm saying? You got some guys rooting against his success. Some people are waiting for him to, be a bust. Some people waiting on him to just show what he can do, man. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Bruce, what's good with you, man? He said he's an elite processor. Personally, I'm not gonna put the category of elite anywhere on Bryce Young yet, not for the NFL. Coming out of college, absolutely. He was definitely an elite processor. And that is something that we didn't really use to his advantage coming out of college. It's a lot that we didn't really, say help Bryce out with when he came out of college. This scheme was just simply not fit for Bryce Young, man. But elite processor, I'm not going to call him elite. Not yet. I don't really see anywhere in his game where he's elite. To be elite, you got to be consistent. He lacked consistency. Obviously, you can argue that's due to everything around him. You can argue that he struggled as an individual. Whatever it is that you see from your point of view, he is not elite in any category whatsoever. At least not yet. I'm not going to write it off yet, but he's not elite as of right now, man. So with this being said, man, we looked at Bryce Young and what he does as an individual, eliminating the key factors, eliminating all the, quote unquote excuses that some will say, man. So if you take a look at it, with Bryce Young, looking at those pros that Bryce Young has, you can work with this, fam. You can work with this. Having a quick release, again, getting the ball out quick, great anticipation, calm demeanor, underrated in space, off-platform throws. You can work with this moving forward, which it really puzzles me why people are really writing off this young man so early in his career. And I mean, just looking at the film, knowing that you can work with this moving into year 2, I don't understand how people are already writing him off and saying he's a bust, saying that he's not capable of being an NFL quarterback. If you take a look at your screen, you've had a lot of different first-round talent quarterbacks come into the league and absolutely struggle their rookie year. And ironically, it was the same buzz around these same players. Is he a bust? Is he capable of playing in the NFL? Take a look at your screen. Look at Matthew Stafford. 13 touchdowns to 20 interceptions. That's a lot of interceptions. And he only won 2 out of the 8 games that he was starting. So a lot of people was wondering, is Matthew Stafford their quarterback? What do you know, man? He later turned out to win the Super Bowl. So keep that in mind. He won the Super Bowl much later in his career, almost a decade and a half later. He's won the Super Bowl in his career. Understand that growth is not linear. I want y'all to remember that. Growth is not linear. Let's take a look at another guy, Jared Goff. 5 touchdowns to 7 interceptions. More interceptions than touchdowns once again. He didn't win anything. They didn't win shit. They were writing Jared Goff off, man. They didn't think Jared Goff was the promise of the future. Jared Goff later on went to, be one of those top 15, top 20 quarterbacks. And look at him in Detroit now. He is in a perfect situation. Perfect situation. He has plenty of talent around him to the point where he can be an elite game manager and he can take his team eventually to the Super Bowl, which I definitely believe that the Lions can do, man. So Jared Goff, his rookie year, he didn't win shit. Didn't win shit out of those 7 games that he started. Joe Burrow had a nice 13 touchdowns to only 5 interceptions. He looked pretty good, but Joe Burrow only won 2 games. He only won 2 games out of the 10 that he started. Only won 2. A lot of questions were around Joe Burrow as well. Can he win in a big stage? Is this too big? Is this stage too big for Joe Burrow coming out of college? Moving on. Trevor Lawrence coming out of Clemson. Number 1 overall pick. These are all first-round talents. Number 1 overall pick. Trevor Lawrence. Looked absolutely horrible. 12 touchdowns to 17 interceptions. Only won 3 games out of the 17 that he started. He started the entire season. He only won 3 games. A lot of people wrote him off, and what do you know? He, in the near future, won his first playoff game. After being written off, he won his first playoff game. Y'all see the pattern here, right? Y'all see the pattern. Okay, let's move on. Josh Allen, a top 5 quarterback in the league right now. His rookie year, I definitely remember vividly seeing this in every NFL comments when Josh Allen was struggling in the NFL. He only won 5 games out of 12 that he started and had 10 touchdown to 12 interception ratio. A lot of people were saying Josh Allen was a bust. A lot of people were saying the Bills should move on from Josh Allen. I remember seeing that in comment sessions when I was looking at Instagram, when I was looking at YouTube, and really looking at who Josh Allen was with his, during his rookie year. I've seen the same exact kind of comments with Josh Allen. There's not a single soul that's going to tell you to your face that Josh Allen is a bust. Not a single soul. Josh Allen is literally, like I just told y'all, a top 5 quarterback in the league right now. Won in the big stage, won a couple of playoff games, hasn't gotten a big one yet, but he's definitely a very competitive quarterback, and nobody is going to write that guy off. Now, before I get into this last one, let me catch up to a couple comments real quick. What's good, Big Smurf? He pulled up. He said, what's good, Panther fam? He said, the Bryce hate is wild to me, though. I feel like we need to give him some time. I agree, Quan. Yeah, let's give him. I mean, again, we all don't really see eye to eye. It's really like a big ass civil war with Panthers fans, and it is what it is, bro. We all just waiting to see how this thing is going to turn out. And I just happen to be one of those guys that after doing a lot of evaluating and film study, I believe that Bryce Young can work. I'm not going to write him off after one season, given that we had such a terrible situation around him. Let's see what we can do when we actually have talent around him, which we definitely have now, and a competent coach who's able to scheme up plays, which we're going to talk about in a few here, man. So let me read a couple more of these comments. Walter, he said, you can't process what you haven't seen. That's why he hasn't shown that process of ability in the NFL yet. Now that he's seen more, he'll be better in year 2. I agree, Walter. I agree. Shout out to Nath, man. He said, yeah, the golf parallels are very similar. It is, man. Like all of these guys. Trash coaching and staff and trash supporting cast around him. We're going to get into that as well. Until this day, Peyton Manning holds the record for most INTs as a rookie. I was just about to get into that. So shout out to Sir Lance for that comment, man. Hold on, let me make sure I ain't missing nothing. Flame for Jesus said, everything Canales and Morgan are doing is saying we will run first, just like the Wilkes offense did. Flame for Jesus, I'm glad you said that comment. We are going to get into the film study. We're going to talk about the blueprint a little bit later in film study, man. So again, get that pen and paper ready. Take some notes. We're going to get into it, man. I'm about to take y'all to school in a little bit. So y'all just bear with me. Let's see. Roger, what's good, man? Appreciate you pulling up to the stream. He said, fumbling is a stoop con because he is undersized. Okay, fumbling only came when he was tackled by bigger defenders. Yeah, I mean, I can't argue that point, man. It was times where he was caught from his blind side, and that's where most of his fumbles came from. I mean, they just absolutely smothered Bryce Young. It looked like they was giving him a bear hug, and I mean, he fit all the way into their arms. So, I mean, yeah, I can't argue that point. That's got to be a factor when you're looking at these turnovers by Bryce Young. So, again, when Dave Canales is talking about getting the ball out quicker, these issues should at least drop tremendously as far as the stats go, as far as pressures and, fumbles and stuff like that. If you're planning on getting the ball out quick and taking the pressure off of Bryce Young, like you say you are. And we're going to get into that as well, man. Walter says Troy Aikman 0-11 in his first year. Another crazy rookie stat right there. 0-11 in his first year. Eli Manning was statistically one of the worst quarterbacks in his first few years. He was. These are all guys that came back later in their careers at different points in times. Again, growth is not linear, and they actually succeeded later in their career. Rock Jones said, no excuses, no mercy, man. We have to get better. That's the fact. Rock Jones is definitely rocking with that no excuses, no mercy motto, and I'm loving it, man. Keep that same energy throughout the entire season. I'm definitely with you on that one. No excuses, no mercy. Let's be competitive moving forward. So we already talked about Peyton Manning. We just talked about Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning with that 26 touchdowns, that's actually pretty fucking impressive. 26 touchdowns as a rookie. But 28 touchdowns is the most interceptions by a rookie. That is absolutely horrifying to see, man. Horrifying to see. And a lot of people really questioning, like, hey, is he a turnover machine? Obviously, he's a Hall of Fame quarterback, got a couple of Super Bowls under his belt. Again, growth is not linear. Red Swarm in the building, man. Oh, man. Fuck your team, Red Swarm. That's all I'm going to say, man. He said, yo, what's good, Quan? Yeah, I'm a Falcons fan, but I, too, hope that y'all give Bryce more time. Hopefully 4 more years and 2 win seasons. Yeah, man. Hey, fuck the Falcons, but hey, much respect to Red Swarm for pulling up to the stream. Big love, man. Hey, very entertaining guy. I always love pulling up and listening to Red Swarm debate, man. But again, I do not like your team. I hate your team with a passion, bro. I really do. Bryce Young might be a little bit better than what you're anticipating, my guy. He might just. I'm not gonna sit here and tell him to be like a fucking god tier quarterback. I'm not gonna sit here and say he's gonna be Patrick Mahomes in year 2. But again, just like I said earlier, this could work, y'all. This could work. If y'all, we're gonna talk about Dave Canales' scheme as well, man. Shout out to Flame for Jesus. He said, "I like what Dan and Dave have done. We are better on paper, and we'll see how it translates to the field." That is a fact. We're gonna see on paper, like you said, they got the talent. Now it's a matter of putting it into place and actually executing on the field, man. Shout out to Doug. He said, Red Swarm, don't come in here with that negativity. Oh, man, man, anytime a Falcon fan pull up, man, it's always a movie. Always a movie in the chat, man. Shout out to XO in the chat. He said, hopefully Tepper doesn't immediately drop Canales. Yeah, I don't think that'll happen. Even, let's say, in a case scenario where Bryce Young struggles, I don't think Dave Canales should be sent out for year 1. Give him grace for that first year. It's his first year head coaching. So let's see. I mean, hell, if Bryce Young don't pan out, then they'll obviously go get another quarterback, and then you work from there. But definitely, Canales definitely don't need to be dropped as soon as year 1. Definitely don't. Flame for Jesus says all the QBs you have up QB yards in the 60s. Bryce was at 34. Okay. So let's go ahead and move on, man. Let's go ahead and talk about it. So again, I again going back to just writing Bryce Young off so early in his career. I don't understand it, bro. I just don't understand it. Let's give him grace for that first year. He had a lot of shit going against him, and we're gonna get into the film in a little bit, like I told y'all. But this is where you bring in a coach like Dave Canales. How do you bring in Dave Canales? Well, Dave Canales has a track record of working with quarterbacks, and if you look at your screen, these are very notable quarterbacks: Russell Wilson, Geno Smith, Baker Mayfield. All these guys that he's worked with as a quarterback coordinator, a quarterback coach, and as an offensive coordinator in that order, man. So he definitely has a track record of helping these quarterbacks out. These were guys that had career high numbers when Dave Canales was brought into their career. So chat real quick, man, in the chat, let me know something that Geno Smith, Baker Mayfield, and Bryce Young have in common. I'm going to give y'all a couple seconds to answer this question, man. What do Geno Smith, Baker Mayfield, and Bryce Young have in common? He said, see, Dougie, I keep it hot. Yes, sir. Hey, Red Swarm ain't got no remorse, man. I respect it. I respect it. Bruce James, he said, Frank almost ruined him with this vanilla bullshit. Dave should turn his career around and with the run first scheme. We're going to talk about that in a little bit, Bruce, but hey, that's a fact, fam. That's a fact. All of them were counted. Exactly. That's the exact answer I was looking for. Hey, shout out to Whoa NFL, man. Shout out to Whoa NFL. That's the exact answer that I was looking for. And Doug, Geno Smith isn't under 6 foot. Geno Smith ain't under 6 foot. Same with you, Liquid. Geno Smith is not under 6 foot. But all of them were counted out. Geno Smith, he was literally deemed to be a backup career quarterback for his entire career. That was already the category put on him. That was the label for him. He came to Seattle, and what do you know? He met Dave Canales, who was his quarterback's coach, working very closely with him. Geno Smith put up 4,200 yards, 30 touchdowns, and got these guys to win the playoff game or to the playoffs. That is incredible. First year working with Dave Canales as a quarterback coach. Move on to the next year. Baker Mayfield. Panther Nation, don't sit here and tell me that y'all believed in Baker Mayfield. We were all watching this shit every Sunday, and we saw how horrible Baker Mayfield looked. Now, you could argue that it was the coaching. You could argue it was scheme. It's a lot of things that play a factor in that as well. But we all wrote Baker Mayfield off. We all did. I was one of the main ones. I said Baker Mayfield ain't shit. Get him up out of here. He's a career backup. I don't want him no more. He went to LA, showed out that first game, showed a little bit of flash. Dave Canales recognized those little flashes that he had in LA. He said, okay, we might can work with something. Fast forward to 2023 as an offensive coordinator, he schemed up a very good offense for Baker Mayfield to be this successful, to throw over 4,000 yards for the first time in his NFL career, 28 touchdowns, also a career high, only 10 interceptions, 94.6 QB rating, man. So again, what is the trend with Dave Canales? He has a track record working with quarterbacks, especially quarterbacks that has been written off. Again, Geno Smith his rookie year and throughout his entire career, he was written off. Growth is not linear. Baker Mayfield, he was team hopping at one point. Growth is not linear. Bryce Young is only a rookie, or coming off of his rookie season, coming into his sophomore season, only the second season. Dave Canales caught Bryce Young at a very, very good time in his career because you have a young quarterback that is very coachable and still learning the game. Now you have a chance to really teach the game the proper way. And that is something that, Frank Wright definitely struggled with, man. Frank Wright was the worst coach that I've seen in the Carolina Panthers uniform. And I cannot believe I'm saying that, knowing that we had a guy like Matt Rule in the building who struggled. But even Matt Rule was able to squeeze out 6 wins with the Carolina Panthers. Frank Wright only got 2. Frank Wright was a one and done situation. He didn't even make it to the end of the season. So let's take a look at what he struggled with, man. Play calling was definitely outdated, and he did not scheme guys open at all. We're going to take a look at that in the film, and we're going to talk about just how his scheme was, and we're going to try to figure out just what his plan was. But y'all going to have to help me in the chat, because even going back and looking at this film over and over, it's I don't know how to explain it in one word, bro, but it's fucking atrocious. That's all I'm going to say. I had no idea what his philosophy was, what his scheme was. I had no idea. I just didn't know, man. With Frank Wright, you never could tell. His play calling, like somebody in his chat said earlier, was very vanilla. And again, he didn't scheme guys open at all, man. We're going to talk about it. He also struggled to keep track with on-field personnel. What do I mean by that? Adam Thielen, that he mentioned in the press conference. He mentioned Adam Thielen in the press conference, and he said, I forgot that Adam Thielen was on the sideline, and I called to play for him, so I had to call a timeout. Let that shit sink in, fam. This is a professional head coach talking to the press conference. He told them to their face, I'm not even going to hold you, fam. I called a play for Adam Thielen. Adam Thielen wasn't in the game, bro. I had to call a timeout. Let that shit sink in, man. Goofy shit. Move on to the next one, man. What else did he struggle with? Play calling. I mean, he was playing play calling tug of war with offensive coordinator Thomas Brown. What do I mean by that? They were literally going back and forth with the play calling. Literally. That was one week where Frank Wright was like, all right, I got it from here. He gave it to Thomas Brown. Thomas Brown finally got a little bit of, play calling going. And then Frank Wright later turned around and said, you know what? Nah, I'm going to take that back from you, my guy, and I'm going to call the plays for the rest of the season. Imagine a rookie quarterback coming in and having to deal with multiple voices in his ear, man. Mattis, I see you in the chat. Appreciate you pulling up, man. Appreciate you pulling up. So real quick, let me see if I can make a poll real quick. Let me see. I'm going to start a poll in the chat. And I want y'all to tell me, let's see. Would you trust Frank Wright as your coach? Yes or no? Simple question. If this is a fantasy team, or hell, let's say you building a Pro Bowl team, don't even matter. Or let's say you playing ball your damn self. Would you trust Frank Wright to be your coach? Y'all go to answer that question in the poll, man. Let me know in the poll. Shout out to Doug. He said, shout out to Xavier Legette, just signed with Adidas. Hey, shout out to Xavier Legette for getting that deal with Adidas. That should be interesting, man. Should be some nice drip that he come with. So that should be fun, man. Shout out to Xavier Legette. Bruce J said his route combos were outdated with unrealistic spacing and tempo. We're going to get into it, man. I can't wait to show y'all the film. I know I'm doing a lot of yapping, but y'all hanging there with me, man. I appreciate all 36 of y'all for tuning in and hanging with your boy, man. We about to get into it. I got a couple more pointers, and we about to get into the film. We're going to pull it up. Let me read some of these comments. Playing for Jesus. He says the comments he was putting up there blocked one. The comments he was putting up there blocked one. Yes, he helped Geno take away that extra game, and Baker already did what he did. Yes, I mean, but let's not pretend like Baker Mayfield wasn't being tossed around at that point. I mean, he won a playoff game in the first year with Dave Canales. Like, you got to give him his flowers with that. Baker Mayfield was not it, bro. He was struggling. He was struggling, bro. He was struggling. He said, Josh, he said that playbook last season was so basic, the other teams knew what we were doing. Yeah, they did. And I'm going to show y'all. I got proof. I got video proof. All right, let's go ahead and get into it, man. Let's see. What else I didn't talk about? Oh, and then players. Players didn't he lacked the ability to make in-game adjustments. So what does that mean? Halftime, everybody caught on to what you were doing. Not even just halftime. I'm talking about throughout the entire game, watching film, beginning to end. He kept the same vanilla play calling. It was always going to be a screen to the left or the right on 3rd and 14. It was always going to be a run up the middle on 2nd down and 8. You know what I'm saying? It was the same shit. I knew what they were going to do. I can't make this shit up, bro. If my girl's in the chat, she can tell you herself. As I'm watching these games with her, I'm literally calling out the plays to my girl, like, oh yeah, they're gonna run up the middle right here. And it happens. Hell, even go back to my vlogs. If you go back to my vlogs when I'm doing live commentary with the plays as it's happening, I'm telling you what's about to happen. So pay attention, fam. It's so predictable. And I'm at home watching this shit, bro. I'm not a professional. So tell me, why do I know what the Panthers doing? Why do I know that shit? You know what I mean? I'm just a content creator. That's it. I just share my opinions. There's no way in hell I should know what you're doing as a professional play caller in the NFL. There's no way, bro. Frank Wright at Carolina is like Monty Williams in Detroit. Both had hysterical bad seasons. Red Storm said, I would agree with you on that. It is hell on any quarterback to have this as a play caller. Switch 3 times in a season. Yeah, that's atrocious, bro, especially for a rookie quarterback. D. Davis, a kid on Madden can outcoach him. I mean, as funny as that sounds, I do believe that. Yeah, I do believe that. Give a kid a little playbook sheet, man. Let him call the plays, man. Dig, what's good with you, baby? Appreciate you pulling up. He said, I'm waiting until it gets signs with Gucci. Oh, Lord, y'all talking about name brands and shit. Brazen, what's good, man? Appreciate you pulling up. He said, what is hell no? What is hell no? Y'all, shit, y'all can answer that in the chat. What is hell no? AJ, what's good with you, man? He said, I vote no for Frank. Don't trust him. I mean, why would you? Why would you want a guy like that to be your quarterback? Thomas Brown was calling plays. We'll beat Houston. So that's why Frank thought you could come back and continue winning. We're going to talk about that too, man. Shout out to Mr. Exclusive in the chat. All right. And last but not least, y'all, this is the last point on Frank Wright. And then we're going to pull up the film. And then we're going to talk about this film. And then I'm going to open up the panel if you guys want to come on and talk your shit. Players struggled to buy into his philosophy. Y'all are letting me know in the chat. Off rip. Let me look at the poll. Real quick. So you guys, it's 94% of y'all that said no, y'all don't trust him as y'all coach. So as a fan who don't trust him as a coach, do y'all think these players would trust him? Do y'all think these players are going to trust him and buy into his philosophy, especially towards the stretch of the season? I mean, that was over him by the time he was about to get fired, bro. That was over him. You could tell it in body language from the players. Flame for Jesus said, Bryce had the best games with Frank. Did he? Supernova said, hey, what's good, man? Appreciate you pulling up. He said, salute, Quan. Appreciate you, man. Salute to you. Bankroll Reed, he said, did Bryce take any snaps under center? Ooh, I got your ass. But hey, Bankroll, please stick around, bro. We got plenty of film that's going to answer a lot of questions, bro. Matter of fact, we about to get into the film, man. I appreciate y'all pulling up. Let me read a little bit more of these comments, but Bankroll Reed, stay with me, man. I got a couple of games that I do want to go over, a couple plays. It's not going to be a lot, but there's a segment in not a segment, but a drive in Miami that I want to show y'all specifically that should be the blueprint moving forward. So stick with me. Again, y'all hit that like button in the chat, man. Appreciate y'all pulling up as always. Jeffrey, I see you in the chat. What's good with you, man? He said, my favorite podcast, someone with some sense. Hey, I appreciate that, man. Appreciate you for shouting me out as your favorite podcast. I'm glad I could be, entertaining in some way and informative, man. That's definitely reassuring to myself, man. So hey, big shout out to you, Jeffrey. I appreciate you showing love. Frank told him Bryce wasn't it. You remember him cussing. Wait, Frank told him Bryce wasn't it. Who was cussing? Frank? At this point, Frank couldn't coach childbirth. Hell no, bro. He's not going to get a job next season. My guy Jeremy in the chat, what's good with you, man? Appreciate you pulling up. Flame for Jesus said, I just hope Bryce is better with the run game. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that as well, Flame Jesus. Look, we got a lot to talk about. So let me stop yapping at the mouth and let me actually get into this shit, bro. Let's actually get into this. Let me take this off my little screen real quick. Shit. Damn, I done move myself from the stage, man. All right. Turn my light on. Turn my light on. All right. We good. I'm about to share my screen with y'all. We're going to talk about the film. Let's talk about it, man. Hold on. Give me a couple seconds. Let me look at my notes. Look at my notes. 1929. All right. Again, man, make sure y'all hit that like button, man. I appreciate all 42 of y'all rocking with me for the night, man. It's gonna be a fun live. Now I'm about to show y'all the film. Get your pen and pad ready. Get your pencils and all that stuff. It's about to go down, man. Trill, what's good with you, man? He said, "Brett got the Kendrick Lamar thumbnail." Yeah, I thought. Yeah, I mean, bro, K Dot, bro, he been going crazy, bro. It's only right. It's only right, man. It was a pretty clever idea to kind of poke fun at Bryce haters too, man. Little fun there with that thumbnail. Hold on, let me share my screen. Share my screen with y'all. All right, in the chat, let me know if y'all can see my screen. I can see it on the StreamYard, so let me know if y'all can see it. Red Swan with the popcorn. He said, "Get your popcorn, man." Yes, our backup guards weren't it last year. We had plenty of guards that we rotated with, man. I mean, that's another factor. Another factor that you have to consider when evaluating a quarterback like Bryce Young. His offensive line was constantly switching and getting injured. You can't build no rapport or chemistry when your offensive line is inconsistent. So let's talk about the okay, we're good. We're good in the chat. All right. So let's talk about it. We're gonna talk about this, man. I want to show this play to y'all specifically. This play right here. It hurts watching this play. It hurts. All right. So take a look at your screen. We got a 2-by-1 formation, Bryce Young in the shotgun. Game against Detroit. All right, so let's take a look at it. We're going to let it run. Pressure immediately in his face. Bryce Young running for dear life. Goddamn, no type of help, bro. No type of help. So let's break it down. Let's actually slow it down real quick. Let's slow it down. So right here, 1, 2, 3. This is the top of Bryce Young's drop. Ideally, you want to get rid of the ball at the top of your drop. If you're doing a 3-step drop, 1, 2, 3, you're literally anticipating the throw at that point. You got a chance to scan the field. You got your first read, second read, whatever your progression is on this play. At the top of your drop, you're ready to let this shit go. Chat, please help me out. Help me out, chat. I maybe I'm tripping. I don't know. Maybe y'all might see something different. Where Bryce Young supposed to go with the ball? Where's Bryce Young supposed to go with the ball, y'all? I mean, take a look at it. Double covered. Double covered. Got a safety over top of him. He's double covered. He's strapped up one-on-one. So Bryce Young, where is he looking to his right? I mean, there's nowhere to go to his right. That's his first read. So he comes all the way back to the field, looking to the left side. He got pressure immediately in his face. Taylor Moton struggling with Hutchinson. Hutchinson is literally right there grabbing Bryce Young. Bryce Young showing what he could do coming out of college. The reason we drafted him, his escapability and improvising with the ball. So he improvises. That's what he does. He escapes left, still trying to get somebody open. At this point, he escaped the pocket, got such a beautiful lane to throw this ball. Hell, he can wind that bitch up all he want right here. There is still nowhere to go with the ball. Adam Thielen is doubled. DJ Chark is strapped. I mean, there is just nowhere to go. He's still improvising. Okay, Bryce Young got more pressure in his face. 2 guys coming down. Offensive line is breaking down. Bryce Young trying to roll back right. At this point, the play is dead. You are literally, there's 3 people in your face. So at this point, you got to get rid of this bitch or you got to take the sack, fam. If you throw this bitch across the field, across your body, let's say, for example, you want to go to Trimble right here, which is stupid, by the way. That's a pick. You hang that ball up in the air. When you're dropping back this far with pressure in your face, the trajectory of the ball is going to be affected by this pressure. The best case scenario right here Throw that bitch away. Get rid of it. Bryce Young got rid of it. Typically, you will see these rookie quarterbacks struggle with that and try to make something happen. Take a look at it from another angle. Look how this pressure breaks down. Immediately in his face. He actually does a good job of getting away from it. So he scrambling, trying to find somebody open. Nobody. Still pressure chasing him down. Trying to roll back right. There's nothing there. Play is dead. Get rid of the ball. So this was pretty much the gist of what we saw. There's so many examples of this play that really sum up the entirety of this season, man. It's fucking atrocious, bro. So let's move on to another game. Let's not just key in on this game. We're going to talk about multiple examples of why we struggled this past season. Let me catch up with some of these comments before I move on to the next one. Let me see. Damn, boy. Hold on. I missed a lot of comments. All right. Good. I can't complain. I love hearing these excuses. Again, just like we talked about earlier, we talked about those key factors. Some people will call it excuses. Here's the first comment. I love hearing these excuses. These guys tend to ignore the fact that we have factors behind it. I'm not saying Bryce Young is perfect. I'm not saying that he doesn't have mistakes. I just read off a whole list of y'all of things that he needs to work on. I'm not saying it's not just I'm not saying that, it's not Bryce Young's fault. Everything around him was trash. And it's funny to me that y'all continue to ignore that. Y'all insist on focusing on solely Bryce Young. It's like, nah, Bryce Young can't do this. Bryce Young can't do that. Bryce Young. Okay, but who's helping him? Who's helping Bryce Young? We're going to get into it some more, man. But let me catch up with these comments. Bruce James started with the line. It does. It started at the line of scrimmage. What up, Flame? No separation. None. We're going to keep going, man. What's good, Jay Grizzly? Appreciate you pulling up. You said best Panther content. Keep it up, Quan, man. I appreciate it, man. That's big coming from you, man. That's big love. I appreciate it. I'm just a guy that come over here sharing my opinions, man. I love the game, and I love sharing it with you guys. And the fact that you guys get so much good feedback, man, that's definitely reassuring for me, man. As a guy who struggled with like a lot of anxiety and stuff, man, y'all definitely help me keep this channel going, and man, y'all make this shit easy for me. So I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all are huge to this channel. I can't stress that enough. Be Good said, easy on this play is called scrambling. Scrambling. Like you want him to scramble and get away from them big ass motherfuckers that was chasing him behind the line of scrimmage. Is that what you're saying? Be Good said, Walter, if you want to make excuses, I'm here for it. All right, he isn't fast enough to outrun them. Be Good. He isn't fast enough. Now there is cases, flame for Jesus. There is cases where Bryce Young did struggle to escape pressure. There was times where he got caught while he was just trying to improvise and keep his eyes down the field. He got caught on a number of plays, and that's actually where a number of his fumbles came from. So I agree. He definitely struggles to get away from defenders when it comes to improvising behind the line of scrimmage or in the pocket. He struggles with that. Matter of fact, it was on my last vlog. It was against the Falcons. It was that rainy game. Bryce Young was trying to scramble. It was third down, and he got caught. I was pissed, bro. I was pissed. And don't nobody cuss out Bryce Young like me, ironically. I'll be cussing Bryce Young out, bro. But it's not just Bryce Young. It's everybody. All these players, bro. Like, it's just a coaching mentality. But Bryce Young, he struggled to get away from him, and he got sacked. But what pissed me off the most with Bryce Young, if y'all go back and watch that vlog, I'm not even going to get into it, man, but Bryce definitely pissed me off. But yeah, that is a good point, Flame for Jesus. I do want to keep going. I'm not going to hold y'all with this film study because, again, I do want to open the panel up for y'all to share y'all thoughts and stuff. So, again, let me go ahead and read through this these comments. Read through these comments. Bruce said Deontay and Xavier will give Bryce receivers to trust outside of 30-year-old Adam Thielen. Yeah, we're going to talk about that too. I agree with you, Uncle Quan, on the fact that everyone had a hand it. Loser excuse. Talent shows no matter what's around them. Jesus Christ. So be good. In that last play that you just saw, and the plays that we're going to show you, I want you to tell me, no matter their talent around him, he's just supposed to be, this quarterback that y'all, I guess, was expecting out of him. I don't know what y'all was expecting for Bryce, but if y'all looking at this film like I'm looking at it, bro, I mean, what do you expect from Bryce? Yeah, he showed some flashes. He showed some good plays here and there when he had time in the pocket, when he had separation. We're going to talk about that too. But majority of the season is just Bryce Young getting fucking tossed around. And I mean, it's just atrocious, bro. It's atrocious. So let's go ahead and move on to this next game, man. Hang on. Let me share my screen with you guys. Let me skip to this play real quick. All right. So another example. Let me share my screen. Give me 1 second. Let me share my screen with y'all. Let me know if y'all can see my screen. All right. There we go. Make sure it's on StreamYard. Y'all give me a second. Y'all bear with me. Y'all can see my screen, right? Y'all can see the film. Y'all can see the film. He said the team wasn't as bad as you all make it out to be. Yes, it was. What you talking about, fam? What you watching? It wasn't as bad. 2-15 wasn't as bad, fam. We were bad, fam. What are you talking about? We were bad all around. I mean, defense was solid, but that's it. That's all we had. Special teams, yeah, they were all right. You know what I'm saying? They was all right. But offensively, bro, we ain't have shit, bro. We ain't have shit. Let's go ahead and take a look at this play right here, man. Let's take a look at this play. Let's let it run like we do per usual. We're going to break this thing down. I'm going to try not to get too elaborate with this film because I don't want to hold you up. Because I'll look at one play for like a solid 30 minutes. That's just the type of shit I do behind the scenes. So I'm going to try to be I'm going to try to be as fast as I can, man. But I'm not going to rush neither because I want to get my point across. Okay, so off rip. This is actually very rare in Frank Reich's scheme. This is very rare. Hold on, let me go back. We do not see a lot of option. Not option, but motion. We do not see a lot of pre-snap motion. So take a look at the screen right here. We got a little bit of pre-snap motion. Got a 2x1 set, shotgun. Bryce Young at the top of his drop. Look, God, Jesus Christ, icky, bro, icky. Hold on, okay. Let me go back. I'm going to let it run real quick. I'm going to let it run before I pause. Take a look at the left side of the offensive line. Ike Ekwonu, who gave up 11 sacks by himself. What is he supposed to do? Y'all going to tell me he's supposed to scramble right there? I dare you to tell me he's supposed to scramble, bro. I dare you. Hold on. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and let's kind of pause frame this shit, bro. Let's pause frame this. All right. 1, 2, 3. Top of the drop. There's no throwing lane here. I mean, you can't throw it to him. That's going to be picked. If you try to come back to Mingo, that's going to be intercepted and take it to the crib. Where is he supposed to go? Y'all say he's supposed to scramble. Okay, where? Where can he scramble at this point? It's too late. Look how many guys are in Bryce Young's face by the time this play is over. A lot of guys in his face, man. A lot of guys in his face. Shout out to Doug in the chat. He said the NFL schedule release is on May 15th. So y'all stay tuned, man. Stay tuned. We got the schedule release coming up very soon. When is the 15th? What day is that? What day is the 15th? That's next Wednesday. Next Wednesday is the schedule release. So shout out to Doug for that breaking news right there, man. Read some of these chats. Now, Quan, did you have to pull up the Falcons game? Did I have? This is the Texans, man. This is the Houston Texans. But we are going to talk about the Falcons too, though. We are. Oh, I was waiting on this comment, bro. Oh, you took the bait, nigga. You took the bait, boy. Okay, CJ Stroud had the worst. I can't even read that first line. Seriously, man. CJ Stroud had the worst receiver core last year. Chat. CJ Stroud had the worst receiver core last year. I'm trying to say that with a straight face. But I'm here to hear your excuses. Quarterback rating, 34th, deep ball wasn't there. I mean, I agree. That deep ball wasn't there. His deep accuracy it was atrocious. I just told y'all that in the beginning of the segment. It was. He got the arm strength, but the deep accuracy is definitely not there as of last year. He said teams knew he wouldn't throw the ball. Why you think they dropped 8 in the box? That is not why they dropped 8 in the box, fam. They dropped 8 in the box because we had wide receivers that were not a vertical threat. They were not threatened whatsoever by these receivers. Matter of fact, I'm glad you brought up CJ. I'm glad you brought up CJ. Let's take a look at CJ Stroud and let's compare the situations, man. Let's compare the situations and we're gonna talk about it. Hold on, let me stop sharing this and let me share. Damn, hold on. All right. Let me share this screen with y'all. Stay there. Hey, stay with me, man. Stay with right there. Be good. Stay your ass right there, man. Hey, let me know if y'all can see my screen. Let me know if you can see my screen. I knew this was coming. I knew this was coming. That's why I pulled this play up. The comparisons between CJ Stroud and Bryce Young is inevitable. It is inevitable. So let's go ahead and debunk that shit right now. Let's talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Off rip. Take a look at CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud, first of all, I got to give my flowers to CJ Stroud. I told a lot of people before the draft who were saying that Ohio State quarterbacks couldn't be successful. I was telling y'all CJ Stroud was going to be that guy. CJ Stroud is a phenomenal fucking quarterback, bro. He was my first choice last draft. That's not to take away from Bryce. You know what I'm saying? Bryce was always 1B. It was 1A, 1B with CJ Stroud and Bryce Young. I wasn't mad at either, but I did have a preference. I wanted CJ Stroud. So I did a lot of evaluating and film study on CJ Stroud. However, I'm not the GM. I don't pick these guys. Bryce Young is my quarterback, but I do see the flashes in Bryce Young, and I do believe he can be successful. But looking at CJ Stroud solely, the situation, again, key factors that we talked about earlier, some people call these excuses. Key factors, what does the scheme look like for your quarterback? What does the coaching look like? What is the play calling? What is the talent around you? You just told me that he had the worst receiving core. I know damn well you didn't just tell me he had the worst receiving core. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about this play. We're going to let this shit run. We're going to let it run and we're going to slow this thing down. Take a look at what is going on your screen. A lot of y'all just typically see the quarterback drop back, throw a pretty pass, it's deep down the field. Oh, we got the big play. Okay. Tight end 2 takes it to the end zone. Let's actually break this shit down. And let me tell you how different this shit is from the Carolina Panthers offensive scheme. First of all, shout out to Bobby Slowick, fucking offensive genius. This play right here specifically, Bobby Slowick uses pre-snap motion and snap motion to throw these defenders off. He literally pulls these linebackers. That hole underneath is exposed because he's pulling these guys up with pre-snap motion and snap motion at the same fucking time. This is genius offensive play calling, bro. So what does that do to the defense? This makes it so easy, bro. Okay, you got pre-snap motion and snap motion for your receiver. At this point, Bobby Slowick gives CJ Stroud 2 extra protections from 2 extra players. He got max protection right here. He got so much protection and time to go through that progression, let his guys get down the field and run their routes. 2 extra guys in the pocket, right, to give him protection. CJ Stroud is fucking chilling in that pocket. Look at him. Who is touching CJ Stroud right now, y'all? Who touching CJ? That is beautiful, beautiful blocking. And you told me you said he had the worst receiving core. Fam, this is a tight end 2. Tight end 2. So you pull these guys up, right? Because of all this stuff going on in the backfield, you got 2 extra pass protectors, and you got pre-snap motion and snap motion. Your tight end is coming to expose that underneath. That's exposed. That middle of the field is exposed. Tank Dell, who you just disregarded as one of the best receivers that has come out of last class. You just said they had the worst receiving core. Tank Dell is clearing on this route because of his vertical threat that he has shown throughout the entirety of the season. You got to back the fuck up when Tank Dell is running down the field. Again, that is opening this middle up. This is wide the fuck open. All CJ Stroud has to do is put the ball in this man's hands and let him do the rest. CJ Stroud ain't got to do shit but throw the ball. He ain't got to evade no pressure. He ain't got to go through progressions because nobody open. This guy dropped back at the top of his drop and delivered a dime in stride for a tight end 2 to get run after catch. Look at this tight end 2 running after catch. Please do let me know from last year speaking, who on this roster had the ability to run after the catch like a tight end 2 on the Houston Texans roster when our number one wide receiver was a 33-year-old slot guy, typically a number 3 option on any given NFL roster. That was our number one option. Who got run after catch ability like a tight end 2 on the Houston Texans? This play was so easy for CJ Stroud. This is money. Beautiful play calling. Okay, so going back to it, play calling is there. Weapons are there. Offensive line is there. This is a totally different situation from what's going on in Carolina. So please, when y'all bring up that comparison to CJ Stroud, this is the gist of what his season looked like. CJ Stroud was balling because they did right by CJ Stroud. So, again, why are we comparing CJ Stroud to Bryce Young? Because who on this roster can run like that? Who? Let's look at these, man. Let's look at these comments. Bankroll said, but the defense respects CJ's arms also. They respect his arm. They came up, fam. It ain't a matter of respecting your arms. They're trying to play their literal chess match. They're playing their zone or their coverage, trying not to get out of the coverage. They got guys in the backfield. It's a lot of activity going on. You got 2 extra pass protectors, and you got guys who are literally pre-snap motion in 2 different directions. You can't back up. You have to account for these guys. So yeah, they step up, and that opens up the what's behind him. So you say they respect his arm. I mean, yeah, but you also got to play defense too. It's a genius offensive scheme, bro. It really is. And that's not, again, I'm not taking shit away from CJ Stroud. He's a baller, but he was just put into place to succeed right away because of these key factors that was surrounding CJ Stroud. So again, CJ Stroud and Bryce Young, that is crazy comparison, but it's always going to be inevitable because they were taking 1 and 2. Always. Drop the link in like 20 before I go train. Oh, okay, you about to go train. Yeah, I still got to get this off, man. I got to get this off. I'm going to try to be fast as I can, man. So give me a second. Drop that link in the chat. The chat trying to pull up. Y'all got to wait on me, fam. I am not done getting this off. We got a couple more plays to go over. Hey, hang in there with me, man. Please hang in there with me. I know y'all want to get this off. I know. Be good, man. I know you got somewhere to be in 20 minutes. I'm going to try my best. I probably won't be done in 20 minutes because I got a couple plays that I do want to go over. But let's talk about the rest of these plays, man. Let's actually go back to this Houston game, and let's talk about these plays real quick. I think Ritter was better than Bryce Young. All right. I'm about to share my screen. Let me know if y'all can see it. Let me know if y'all can see it. What's this? 1853. Y'all can see my screen, right? I seen what I seen. No flashes from Bryce. That's because you're not paying attention. You're not paying attention. You're just looking at what you want to look at. You're looking at the negatives and you're emphasizing the negatives. So when you're looking for the negatives, you're telling your brain, I don't give a fuck about what else he's doing. I want to look at the negatives. That's what you're doing. You're not evaluating the entirety of this season. You're not evaluating what he is, what he does good and what he doesn't do good. Either that or you're just you're not paying attention, bro. You're just not paying attention. If y'all believe in him, I know it's a hope argument. Let's see. Our high-low scheme was most predictable in NFL. Facts. All right, so let's go ahead and break the play down, man. Let's go ahead and get this thing going. Take a look at this play. I'm gonna let this run, bro. I'm gonna let this run. This shit was atrocious. Panthers tried to get cute. With a fucking flea flicker. Now, I want y'all to take a look at these routes, bro. Look at the routes, man. We're going to slow it down. Okay, you got pre-snap motion. Good job. You know what I'm saying? You got your man coverage. Okay, so at this point, Please take a look at Mingo. Key in on Mingo. Mingo is jogging the entire way through. I can't make this shit up. The whole play, he's jogging. This is going to throw off the timing of the entire play. Get the fuck out of there and go run your route. Take a look at DJ Chark. There's a single high safety on this play. Take a look at DJ Chark. I know he's meant to run a post right here. He's meant to run a post, but you have a single high safety. You have a single high safety, and you're running directly towards that single high safety. Instead of finding the soft spot in this coverage and kind of bending this thing out to outside the numbers, improvise. You know what I'm saying? Improvise. Find the spacing. So let this thing run again. Take a look at Mingo, slow ass. Take a look at Mingo. He's jogging. He's jogging the whole time. At this point, the ball got to get out, fam. The ball got to get out. We don't got time for you to be getting cute, bro. Especially on a flea flicker. A flea flicker, you got to get that shit out quick as fuck, bro. Like, okay, again, take a look at it, bro. Take a look at it. This safety, it's so easy for the safety because DJ Chark is literally, he's running this route towards this safety. This safety, it's so easy for him to catch up to DJ Chark. Instead of him rounding that shit out outside the numbers, where Bryce Young could possibly give him a chance to throw that bitch deep, he's running straight to the single high safety. So, where does he go with the ball? The most simple option that makes sense on this play because you don't really have many options. Adam Thielen coming off the block and release. He's not even open, but that was the best option on that play. Y'all want to talk to me about receiver core? Crazy. Crazy. Let me read some of these comments. Hey, shout out to Fed Nam. Yes, sir. Appreciate you for that super chat, man. We got our first super chat of the night, man. Shout out to Fed Nam 26, man. He said, Quan, don't even argue with him. Bryce is going to shut up all the haters this year. Hey, I'm entertained, man. I am thoroughly entertained, bro. Thoroughly entertained. Appreciate you for that super chat. Appreciate you for that 5 beam, man. Big love to you. Let's see. All right, so let's move on. Let's move on. Let's talk about some more plays. Let's talk about how this shit went down, man. Now, we talked about flash, right? You said you saw no flashes. I'm about to show you one of the best plays he's had this entire season. One of the best plays he's had this entire season. And this play right here was a disaster from the start. So we're going to let this shit run. Take a look at your screen. I'm going to shut up. I'm going to let it play. Okay. So let's take this shit back. There's no flashes, right? Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and slow this thing down. You got a corner coming off your left edge, right? You know, off rip, your running back has to pick this guy up. Shuba Hubbard gets blasted, bro. Blasted immediately. Look at this. He's putting him on his ass. I mean, hell of a blitz, by the way. That's a fucking fantastic blitz. But that's got to be frustrating when a quarterback just spins out of that bitch and throw a dime down the field. Y'all also question the arm strength. Pay attention to where this ball is released and where it's dropped to. Adam Thielen running across the field. You got Mingo running the out route. And you got DJ Chark running the post. Let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at it. Corner coming on that blitz. Boom. Immediately spins out of that tackle. At this point, I'm getting rid of that bitch. I'm getting rid of it. Boom. One-on-one chance, high point opportunity for Adam Thielen to snag that thing down for himself. This is where Xavier Legette and guys like JT Sanders are going to play a huge factor. Bryce Young has the ability to put that bitch up in the air to allow your receivers that one-on-one opportunity to come down with the ball. Xavier Legette is my ball and nobody's. That's what he's told you. And that is a damn fact when you look at the tape. So take a look at this throw by Bryce Young specifically. Breaking out of the sack. Take a look at, I'm going to try to pause it. I'm going to try to pause it to where this shit was released. Matter of fact, let's go back a little bit. Let's go back to where this ball was released. For the guys who question his arm strength, this ball is released at the 45. This bitch lands close to, let's see, the 10. What was that, the 10-yard line, 9-yard line, somewhere around that ballpark? Y'all do the math. Y'all say he don't have arm strength. That's crazy. That's crazy. He got the arm strength to get that bitch out there, man. Okay, once again, I'm going to try to pause it where he throws it. Fuck it. The point is, man, again, we talked about off-platform throws earlier. This is an off-platform throw. Being able to break out of the sack and immediately throw this bitch while you're rolling to your left, you put enough power in your right leg to kind of release this as you kicking out. I wish I could pause frame it, but I'm struggling to pause frame this shit, man. But it is what it is. The point is, he can make off-platform throws. Like I said, something that Patrick Mahomes does every Sunday. This is the flashes that we're talking about with Bryce Young. I'm not comparing him to Patrick Mahomes. I'm not saying he's Patrick Mahomes, obviously. But those off-platform throws are very hard to do as a quarterback, especially when you're a right-handed quarterback, rolling to your left and flicking your hips and body all the way to make a fucking perfect throw. So again, you say there's no flashes. Well, here's one of many. Here's one of many. Time will tell, but if you're not going to drop the link anytime soon, I'm out. Hey, that's fine, man. I'll see you on the next one, bro. I knew it was a Houston game. Glad we started this game in person. Yeah, shout out to my guy, Doug, man. Me and Doug was in the building. We did a vlog on that. If y'all want to catch up with that vlog, y'all can definitely do so, man. It's in the playlist for 2023. But we was out there lit, man. We had a good time out there, man. It was me, Doug, and who we went out there with? Was that when my dudes came with us? No, my dudes came to the Saints game. So yeah, it was me and Doug out there. We met Unc out there, man. So shout out to Unc. We met one of our JPG members, man. Shout out to Quinn T. She was out there. That was a fun game. That was a real fun game. He said, Flame for Jesus said, I didn't see it enough. He wasn't consistent at all this year. Well, yeah, we wasn't consistent nowhere, fam. There was no consistency in this offense. So yeah, you didn't really see a lot of his flashes. But I got plenty of clips that I can pull up that are flashes. You know what I mean? Plenty of clips, bro. And we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. T Grizzly. The man has been consistent for 15 years. He had no coaches. Who been consistent for 15 years and had no coaches? All right, so let's move on. Let's move on, man. Let's move on to another play. Let's talk about another flash in the same game. In the same game, let's see, 25-32. 25-32. All right. Let's talk about another flash. Let's talk about his ability to improvise. Again, he has some ability to improvise. Was it inconsistent? Absolutely. Did he get caught from time to time? Absolutely. He had 11 fumbles. 11. That's unacceptable. So I agree with y'all when y'all do say like he struggled to escape pressure sometimes. Yes, he does. But here's one of those cases, those flashes that we talk about where he's showing that improvising ability to be able to escape the pocket and make a very beautiful throw down the field. Again, y'all question the arm strength. Another example right here. So I'm going to let this play run. Look at where this ball is released. Look at where this bitch lands. And look at the result of the play. Take it back again. Look at where this was released. Look at where this was released. And take a look at where it lands. Take a look at where it lands. But y'all say you don't got arm strength. That ball was dropped. Talk about a dime. So let's take a look at it. Let's slow it down. At the top of your drop, boom. Okay, cool. Top of your drop, where you going to go with the ball? Y'all let me know, chat. Where you going to go with the ball? You want to go to your check down right here? You can go to your check down. You can go to your check down, probably get about 3 yards, maybe 3, 4, 5 yards. This guy going to come down and, close on that quick. So, yeah, you can go to your check down right here. Sure. But that's all we've been doing, check down, because nobody been open down the field. Where's the down the field help right here? Safety over top of chart. Corner got this Adam Thielen in straps. Why is Adam Thielen running down the field anyway? When his bread and butter is really crosser routes, shit like that. Strap double teamed. He's double teamed. Hayden Hurst is, he's not getting nowhere. So only option right here is pretty much a check down. Check down. Okay. He step up. He's improvising. Improvising again. Where do you go with the ball? He's rolling to his right. So at this point, he got Chark breaking out his to the out route, and he delivers this ball Rainbow pass, beautiful delivery right here by Bryce Young. Take a look at it one more time and we're going to move on. 1, 2, 3. Escaping the pocket. On the run. Beautiful pass, but unfortunate results by DJ Chark. Now let's talk about one more play from Houston. Then we're going to get into the blueprint, and I promise y'all I'm going to open this panel up. I know I'm talking a lot. I'm doing a lot of film study, but I got to get this point off because I'm putting this shit to rest after this. I'm not talking about no more Bryce Young debate. I'm done with that shit. So let me catch up with a couple comments real quick. But shout out to everyone in the chat, man. Hey, I appreciate you pulling up. Be good, man. This has been fun, bro. Definitely got to pull back up. Man. But hey, I got your ass on my list too. These receipts about to be funny too. About to be funny. Yes, sir. But shout out to you, man. Hey, all jokes aside, man. All love. Appreciate you pulling up and supporting the panel, man. So let's go ahead and get to the last play. Let's get into the last play for the Houston game. Then we're going to talk about the blueprint moving forward. And then we're going to open this bitch up. Let's see, 37, 24. All right. So, remember that throw I showed y'all with CJ Stroud earlier? When that shit was thrown beautifully in the basket to allow run after catch? How much time he had in the pocket, the separation, the scheme. Beautiful, right? Y'all like to compare Bryce and CJ so much. So let's compare it real quick for this play. For the sake of this play, let's talk about it. Can Bryce Young deliver those type of passes? Simple shit, you know what I'm saying? Intermediate passes down the field. The answer is yes. Let's take a look at another flash by Bryce Young in the same game. Let's take a look at this play. Let's let it run. Bryce Young in the Pistols formation. We actually using pre-snap motion right here. You got off-man coverage. Bryce Young got a clean pocket. Beautiful laser down the field. Jonathan Mingo run out the catch, which is very rare for Jonathan Mingo this past season. So again, very similar, right? Very similar to what we saw CJ Stroud throw down the field for Noah Brown, his second tight end on the roster who took it to the house. Take a look at this concept. You got pre-snap motion once again, and like I said, it's off-man coverage. This is easy against man coverage. All Jonathan Mingo has to do is suck this guy in. He's going to suck this defender in. Damn. He's going to bring this guy inside, basically using the inside leverage to break that bitch back out. So this is man coverage. That can work really well against man coverage. Using that inside leverage to get him to commit inside, and then you breaking it off to the outside. Chalk is simply just clearing this route for Jonathan Mingo, just clearing this space up right here. Similar to what Tank Dell did for Noah Brown. Tank Dell was clearing down the field, so the guy at corner has to respect the speed of this vertical threat right here. So right here, you got the corner backing up. This opens up the lane for Jonathan Mingo. Good job by Jonathan Mingo. A rare occasion where he definitely wins his routes in man coverage. And Bryce Young finds him with heavy anticipation with his throw. This ball is already out by the time he makes his break. This ball is already hitting him in the face. Boom. Easy run out the catch. Take a look at where this ball was released by Bryce Young. Again, y'all question the arm strength. Y'all say he's not capable of throwing 20, 30 yards down the field. That's ridiculous. If you can't do that in the NFL, you don't need to be in the NFL. He does have that ability, obviously. He's at the 20. This ball gets here to the 50. You do the math. Run out the catch ability. Great play. Just like we saw with CJ Stroud. Easy scheme. Bryce Young didn't have to do too much on this play. He had protection and he had separation. Here's a glimpse of what Bryce Young could be if you scheme guys open. If you scheme guys open, this is what we could get from Bryce Young. So look at these comments real quick. See, I try not to talk about Bryce anymore. I'm just after this live, I'm done. I'm not debating nobody over Bryce's rookie year. I'm moving forward. I'm ready to move forward, bro. I can't wait for this season. We all about to see what Bryce is gonna be, bro. We all gonna see. But I know one thing. This Civil War is definitely gonna be insane, regardless of the results. Let's say Bryce Young don't work out. I expect y'all to give me hell, bro. I expect y'all to give me hell. And along with a lot of us other, believers, I guess. You know what I mean? I know y'all gonna come with that heat. I know y'all are. Y'all not gonna let me y'all not even gonna let me breathe. But believe it's gonna be the same way the other way around. If Bryce Young pans out, y'all gonna see a different type of asshole than me, because at this point, Bryce Young is an underdog because of our own fan base. Our own fan base. And just being written off, man. I mean, he's literally he's underdog now. I'm rooting for this guy even more because we got guys in our own fan base disrespecting the fuck. I mean, it's one thing that, what I'm saying, I get it. If y'all not buying into Bryce, I get it. I understand. I'm not gonna sit here and try to convince you. That's not the goal of this stream at all. I'm not trying to convince y'all of shit. Y'all got your opinions, I got mine. I'm just literally providing the facts, the video proof to my opinions and what I believe Bryce Young can be. That's it. That's all I'm doing with this live. And I forgot where I was going with that. But look, I'm done with the Bryce debate, man. I'm done with it after this. So, it is what it is. So if Bryce wasn't it, what QB would you have put in that offense to have a winning season last year? There was no quarterback. There's no situation whatsoever. There's no quarterback that could have came in here and won shit. Maybe at the most, let's say hypothetically speaking, you got Tom Brady in here. We'll probably win 6 or 7. Probably win 6 or 7, maybe. Tom Brady gonna cuss these motherfuckers out. And Tom Brady has the experience at his point in his career to where he has influence on play calling. So Bryce Young coming in his first year, he don't have influence yet. He don't even know NFL defenses yet coming into the NFL. It's his first year. But you put Tom Brady in this bitch, he can, you know what? Fuck it, coach. I don't like this offensive scheme. I'm going to do the playbook. That's the type of power Tom Brady had. You know what I mean? I'm prepared for war. Yeah, hey, Walter, it's going to be real, bro. It's going to be real, man. It's going to be real. These receipts about to be crazy, man. All right, won't be me giving you hell. I'm old enough to know coaches say it like 3 years to see what it all is. Yeah. I mean, like I said earlier, bro, growth is not linear. So we don't even know if Bryce Young is gonna be good in his second year or third year. Could fuck around being his 8th year. I don't know, bro. I don't know, but I do believe personally that he will be successful in year 2 because he doesn't have to do too much. Dave Canales told us to our faces that Dave Canales does not have to do, not Dave Canales. Dave Canales told us that Bryce Young did not have to do too much. All you got to do is do your fucking job. They asked him in the press conference, what do you, something about Bryce. I can't remember what they asked about Bryce, but they love to ask about Bryce. And his response was, it's about building a great team. This is not the Carolina Bryces. It's the Carolina Panthers. And then Bryce can just do his part. That's it. Make it simple for Bryce. Bryce, do your part, and everybody around you. You get this talent like J.B. Brooks. You get J.B. Brooks in here. You get Rashad Penny. You got Shuba Hubbard to run down the throat of the opposition. You also got these receivers. You got a tight end. You got these receivers that can high point the ball. You got guys that can run crosses. You got a route running specialist in Deontay Johnson. You answer a lot of questions with the personnel that you just brought in this offseason. That is why I really believe that this can work. It can work. I'm not going to tell y'all that Bryce going to throw 4,000 yards. I'm not going to tell y'all that he's going to win MVP. I'm definitely not going to tell y'all that. I'm not going to tell y'all we're going to the playoffs this year. But this can work. This can work, bro. I've seen it. We broke down Dave Canales' scheme, and we talked about it on the film on the channel, man. Shout out to King Folk in the chat, man. Appreciate you pulling up. He said we're going to win 7 this year. I mean, that's an improvement, bro. I'll take 7. Depending on how we improve, though. MDJ 365, appreciate you pulling up, man. He said, I'm going to have to catch the replay. I say it all the time. If the kid actually does something, some people legs cut off. Canales seems to have a quarterback-friendly system. If he does nothing, he out of here. I agree, because Canales does make it, easy for his quarterbacks to thrive in the system, and we talked about it on film. If Bryce Young is struggling with the personnel that we have now and and the offensive scheme that Dave Canales put together, okay, maybe we got questions at quarterback again, but I'm hoping for the sake of not going back 4 to 5 years that we don't have to go through another quarterback situation, bro. I'm tired of that shit. We've been dipping at quarterback, trying to get these old motherfuckers in here and trying to hope there'll be something. We finally got us our own quarterback. Let's develop him, bro. He can actually be something. We took him at number 1. So he got number 1 overall talent. Let's use him. Let's use him. Let's develop him. Just because 1 year didn't work, y'all ready to move on already? And we going right back to the cycle. Quarterback, different starting quarterback, different. No, bro, like stop that. But if it don't work out this year, then it is what it is. We back to this bullshit. But Naquan, what did he say? Bankroll Reed, he said, Naquan, we were in a position to win hella games. We led in a lot, and all of them were competitive. To win a lot of games. Did you see the coach we had, fam? The only game I would say that we had a chance to win was Green Bay. I mean, we won against Atlanta. We beat Houston. I don't know. Take that as you will, man. Shout out to King Folk, man. I appreciate you for that super chat. Big love to you, man. Definitely appreciate that super chat. Give up for my man King Folk in the chat, man. Appreciate that super chat. That 10 being in the chat, man. Appreciate that. So let's go ahead. All right. This is it, y'all. This is it. Y'all bear with me. I'm about to pull up the last film of the night, and then I'm going to open up the panel. I promise. I got y'all. I appreciate y'all for hanging with me this long. Definitely appreciate it. Hold on, let me get my camera right. Definitely appreciate y'all sticking with me this long, man. Especially, you know what I'm saying? It's what time is it? It's 8:34 at night. I know some of y'all are probably ready for bed and stuff. All that good stuff. Hold on. I'm missing text messages and stuff. All right, y'all bear with me. I'm trying to get this shit off. So this is the last point of the night. And then we're gonna go ahead and get this shit rolling. All right. So we talked about through this live what went wrong, a little bit of what went wrong. I can really dive deep into the film even more and talk about what went wrong. But we don't have time for that. I showed y'all the gist of what went wrong, the little bit of flashes that Bryce Young had, and how you can use that moving forward, bro. Like, we can work with that. Bryce Young don't have to do too much in Dave Canales' offense. I'm not going to go too deep into Dave Canales' offense because we already broke down Dave Canales' offense twice on the channel. So if you haven't seen that, if you're replaying this video, go back and watch those videos and then come back, and then you'll understand the gist of what Dave Canales wants to do. So let's talk about it. I'm going to fast forward this. Hold on, let me see. Look at my notes real quick. I'm going to fast forward this real quick to the second drive, actually the third drive of this game. This was the second scoring drive. The Carolina Panthers went up 14-2 against the Miami Dolphins in this game right here. So hold on, give me a second. Now, somebody in the chat, who was it? Was it Be Good early in the chat? Somebody asked, can he throw from under center? This drive that I'm about to show y'all is the blueprint moving forward of what Dave Canales needs to pay attention to, which he probably already has with Bryce Young. He told y'all, let's get the ball out quick and let's fucking be stingy with the ball. Let's be stingy with the ball. Let's run the ball. Let's milk the clock. Let's take the pressure off of everybody, especially your quarterback of the offense. Distribute the ball is all Bryce Young has to do. Distribute the ball. Don't have to do too much in this offense. Dave Canales wants to make it easy for Bryce Young. Get the ball out quick, run the ball. This drive is the perfect example of what Dave Canales has been feeding us. Very simple drive, and it was effective, and we scored off of it. So let's take a look at it, and we're going to break this thing down. I'm going to go through it fast. Bryce Young, again, I know a lot of y'all had questions about him throwing from under center. Simple play action rollout, Tommy Tremble in space. That's the key. That's the key right there. Get it to your guys in space and let them do the work. That's it. Bryce Young don't have to do too much, bro. Just get it to these guys in space. That's why you bring in a J.B. Brooks. That's why you bring in an Xavier Legette. Guys who can have that rack ability. Look at Tommy Tremble right here. This is a great example by Tommy Tremble for that yards at the catch. Another guy I'm pretty high on, and I can't wait to see how he's going to respond this season, especially with two tight end sets with JT Sanders and stuff like that. But simple. From under center, roll out to his right. You got your open option right there, Tommy Tremble. Get it out, get the first down, let them do the yards at the catch, let them do the heavy work. That ball is out quick. When the ball is out quick, it makes it hard for defensive pressures to bring pressure. It's going to throw off the timing. Take a look at another example. This is the very next play. Again, he's under center. Y'all asked me if he could throw from under center. He's under center, dropping back, throwing an out route to Adam Thielen. Outside the numbers. There's your answer right there. So let's take a look at it again. From under center. I would break down this whole little play. I will break down the routes and stuff like that, but I do want to get through this. Top of the drop, from under center, play action. Great route by Adam Thielen. That ball is already out. He took a hit on that play. Very light tap, but he took a hit. Got it out to Thielen. Didn't even matter. Outside the numbers. Outside the numbers. And now a lot of y'all said he couldn't throw outside the numbers. That is not a fact. And move on to the next play. So at this point, here's where the Panthers are stingy with the ball. They're running the ball. At this point, take the pressure off of Bryce Young. They're using a lot of different personnel. This is Laviska Shenault, wide receiver that we had that was pretty versatile. We expected him to be big, but he got hurt. Whatever. Use him in the backfield, run up the middle. All right, simple. You're running the ball. Very next play, you switching up the personnel. You got Raheem Blackshear in here. Running the ball up the middle. Great burst by Raheem Blackshear. Again, running the ball, being stingy, moving the chains, constantly moving the chains, changing your personnel, keeping these guys fresh. Their legs are fresh. We got Jonathan Brooks, Miles Sanders, Shuba Hubbard, Rashad Penny, Raheem Blackshear. We got 5 running backs. And I would say Tariq Cohen, but Tariq Cohen is practice squad. We got 5 running backs on this roster. There's no reason, no way in hell you shouldn't have fresh legs at all times in the game. That is going to wear down a defense. And perfect example right here, this defense is getting worn down because of these fresh legs coming in here. Again, Raheem Blackshear at the middle, right after Laviska Shenault got a carry. Okay, right at the middle. Great job of bursting through that hole, man. Pause. So the very next play, switching up your personnel once again. You got Shuba Hubbard in here. Fresh legs. Let's keep this shit churning and let's move the chains. Shuba Hubbard tries to break it outside. He gets something out of nothing. It is what it is. Let's stick to the run game. Didn't get much, maybe 2 or 3 yards out of this. Again, stingy with the ball. Bryce Young in the gun. Hands it off again up the middle. Shuba Hubbard pushing the pile. Another first down. Y'all follow me, right? Y'all following me. Being stingy with the ball. Running. Milking the clock. Take a look at another play. Shuba Hubbard back in the game. Handoff goes to the right from the shotgun. I hate that we ran out of the shotgun so much. Or I dislike that we ran from the shotgun so much, man. But it is what it is. He showed you that he's capable from passing from under center. So there's definitely handoffs that can be that can happen from under center. Matter of fact, the very next play was from under center. Here we are right here. Raheem Blackshear, again, switching up the personnel. Now you're running from under center, giving your running back a head start from the backfield. This play was blown up by poor offensive protection from the front guys. Take a look at it. You use pre-snap motion, good job. But Hayden Hurst missed this block. It throws off the timing of this run. All good. We still got positive yards, right? Got positive yards off of this play. Running the ball. This is like 5 runs back-to-back. Back-to-back. Different personnel. Running the ball. Raheem Blackshear, Laviska Shenault, Shuba Hubbard. This play right here was blown dead. So let's take a look at the next one. Okay. Right here in the red zone. After you run so much, Bryce Young, you got him calling the check. You got a trips to the right. Here comes the pressure off the edge. Pressure off the edge from this corner. Bryce Young knows that this corner is free. That does not phase Bryce Young at all. It affects the throw a little bit, but it doesn't affect Bryce Young at all. However, although that this did affect the throw, this throw was still put into a place where Hayden Hurst had a chance to high point this ball. This right here is why you bring in a JT Sanders. This is why you bring in an Xavier Legette. Bryce Young can take chances and give you those one-on-one opportunities. So take a look at it. High point. He just drops it. He drops it, bro. But take a look in the backfield. Take a look at it from another angle. Calling the play off. He sees it. He knows this corner is coming free. This does not phase him. His throwing motion is still the same right here. He doesn't flinch. Look at his base. Look at his foot. This is a case where his footwork is actually outstanding. He's delivering this ball for Hayden Hurst to high point this bitch because he got one-on-one. Throw that bitch up in the air. Let Hayden Hurst come down with it or give him a chance to. This is pressure in Bryce Young's face, and he is not flinching when it's pressure literally to his throwing side. He still gets this ball off, and look at the location of this ball. Hayden Hurst does not have the ability to high point this ball. When you bring in beasts like Xavier Legette, who's shown you time after time his ability to high point the ball, and JT Sanders with those one-hand snags. This issue right here is not going to be a reoccurring thing for the near future. So let's move on to the next play, man. Let's move on to the next play. This has to be the blueprint moving forward. So take a look at this play. You got a bunch of situation going on to the left. You got pre-snap motion. This lets you know that it is man coverage. Bryce Young at the top of his throw. Look how quick this bitch comes out of his hands, man. That release is super quick. It's already out by the time Adam Thielen gets out of his break. So let me rewind it because I want y'all to see the full throw. I wish I could get rid of this bar, man. That shit wishy-washy. All right, you got that man coverage. All right, here we go. TMJ running across to clear this thing up. Right over the middle, high and over. Look at the throw. Look at the laser by Bryce Young in the red zone. Y'all talking about Bryce Young failing or anticipating his failure with these new weapons. Why? Why are you anticipating his failure with these type of weapons that can high point the ball and have run after catch ability? So that has to be the blueprint moving forward, y'all. Blueprint moving forward. Make it simple for Bryce Young. He don't got to do too much. Run the ball, exhaust these defenses, man, so that Bryce Young is not just dropping back 60 times a game, throwing the ball. That's going to make it easy for defenses to predict what you're doing. Run the ball. As soon as they come up, then you can go over top. And Bryce Young, I just showed y'all plenty of times, he has the arm strength to go over top. And we have the weapons to also be a vertical threat and to, snag that 50-50 ball. So there you have it, fam. I know it was a lot. I don't even know how long we've been live, fam, to be real with you. Probably had to be damn near 2 hours. But if you stuck with me from the beginning to the end, or the beginning to now, big love to you guys. I'm going to finally open up this chat, man, or this panel. You guys can come up here and share your thoughts, man. If not, we're going to get the fuck up out of here. I'm going to drink my – matter of fact, bro, I don't have my wine, bro. I don't have my wine. Oh, shit. Okay. Damn, I need that. I need that. All right, well, fuck it, y'all. I'm about to send the link. If y'all want to pull up. Share your thoughts, man. Share your thoughts. But as always, man, I appreciate y'all rocking with me, man. That's big love, man. Big thanks from myself. Again, we will have a giveaway. Myself and my guy, What's Up, Doug, will be doing a 3-part giveaway. We're gonna be doing 3 copies of College Football 2025 for any platform. All you got to do is be subscribed to the channel, be subscribed to What's Up, Doug, and you can get a chance to win one of those 3 copies. We're going to be doing on a live stream, so if y'all want to pull up to the live, hit that notification bell so you don't miss the details on the live. But we will be doing a live trivia night, man, so it's not going to be a long live. It's going to be a trivia night. Make sure you know your shit. Do your homework. I'm going to be coming up with these questions, man. Bryce will be understanding more. Hey, shout out to CJ. He said Bryce will be understanding more. Facts. I hope so. Man. Just for the fact of shutting these guys up. I'm going to bring on my co-host, man, my guy Doug in the building. What's good with you, baby?
Just leaving the game first. I got a disclaimer. I don't know what YouTube said. We do not block people over here. I apologize to Bankroll and who else has said I put in timeout or remove comments and Walter. I did not do that. I don't know what YouTube got going on. Call was in my pocket. So, all right, mine. All right, so I apologize for that. So, Corn, I got to get that out the way because I don't know if you see that. You see how I said we block people.
I didn't know what he was talking about. I didn't know somebody had been timed out or blocked. I mean, hey, I gave out a couple new wrenches. I'm not saying that y'all did it. I know sometimes YouTube glitches and shit like that, but my mods, don't block anybody for sharing their opinions. Even if it hurts your feelings, don't block anybody unless they getting real reckless with it. If they talking about your mama or some shit, then put them in timeout. But if it's getting heated, you know what I'm saying, that's fine, bro. That's why we here. That's why we talk about sports. We're not going to all agree, you know what I'm saying? I mean, hey, we here to talk our shit. That's fine. But if they, you know what I'm saying, if they just talking shit, don't block them, fam. And I know my moderators are pretty good in the chat, man. Shout out to Josh. Shout out to Sir Lance, man. I just made them mods. I'm pretty sure they're not blocking anybody. So, yeah, it had to be the fact that YouTube was glitching. Zach, I see you in the backstage, man, but it said your devices are not connected. So go ahead and connect, man. I'll bring you up stage. I don't know if it's your mic or whatever it is, man, but go ahead and connect your devices, and I'll bring you up. You catch up with some more of these comments. He said, I just want some wins. I can't beef with Bryce. I mean, hey, whether you like them or not, we all Panthers fans, or at least most of us are Panthers fans. We want to see this team succeed. So, I mean, hey, me too, bro. I want to see some wins. I want to see some wins. I'm not expecting too much this year because I mean, obviously, it's a brand new scheme, new coach, new everything, man. But I'm definitely expecting some major improvements, especially compared to last year. Last year was atrocious. You can't get any worse than that. Knock on wood, but you just can't, bro. There's no way. No way.
All right, let's go. Let's go ahead and get into it.
Go
I'm gonna
ahead.
put the disclaimer out. This roster that was built this year by Dan Morgan should have been the same roster or similar to what Scott Fitterer built for Bryce Young year one. That's number one. Number two, I got Quan, and we've been preaching. Y'all forget all these glorified quarterbacks that we had before Bryce Young, the Jared Goffs, the Peyton Mannings, the Trevor Lawrences. They had same blunders and probably had better talent than Bryce Young had in his first year. We're not negating what Bryce can do. What we're saying is you have to give him time. Yes, we sit here and defend Bryce, but we also have seen Bryce combined for Uncle Quan and myself almost 7 games.
Right.
And we've seen the blunders. We said, get rid of the ball. What are you doing, Bryce? But we also understand that he's a rookie. Like I always give Quan a hard time about Ike Ekwonu. Yes, Ike Ekwonu gave up 11 sacks, but Ike Ekwonu was not the main problem for Bryce, the reason why he failed. The main problem with having a short quarterback is that you need the middle of your line to be stable where he can step up and throws. He didn't have that last year. Why do you think you spent $150 million on 2 guards? Why do you think Bradley Bozeman was released? I'm not going to give an excuse for Bryce. Bryce, like I said, that's one thing we said on What's Up, Doug. There's no more excuses. The training wheels are off. Regardless if you got a new coach or not. You've been in the league and played 17 games out of 18. You know what defensive schemes do. You know how NFL defense looks. So now it's time to put up or shut up.
Exactly, man. And I mean, you got everything. You got everything. They answered all the questions that we had last year. Obviously, again, I showed y'all on the film. We didn't have nobody with weren't at the catchability. We didn't have nobody who was, a dominant dog with the 50-50 ball. We didn't have none of that, man. So personally, I'm giving Bryce grace for his rookie year. Because that shit was atrocious all the way through, man. We talked about it all live. Talked about, the whole organization from top to bottom. It was bad, except David Tepper. We didn't bring up David Tepper, which is the main problem, but we're not going to get into that. But Bankroll T in the chat, man, he said, the thing is, we need this from Bryce consistently. Like you said, the basic and simple. I agree. Make it simple. Let's make it consistent, too. I believe it can be consistent because Dave Canales, just by the way he talked and from, me evaluating his philosophy on offense, he's not a Frank Reich. He's actually one of those up-and-coming young coaches that actually understands the game. He knows how to play chess. He knows how to take what the defense is.
He's a player's coach. Yes, exactly.
Sir. Player's coach.
Look, just give an example. Look at Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell was very people were skeptical. The fan base was really upset. Now, if I'm not mistaken, he came from New Orleans Saints. He said he set the bar very high during his introductory press conference. But he let the fans know what to expect. Dave Canales did the same thing. Am I going to put that pressure on Dave Canales to have the same impact and success that Dan Campbell had? No. Because, again, their brass, meaning that their GM have killed it in the draft. Yes, I do. I do like, if you ask me, and the more homework you do, I love what Dan Morgan did. Again, I think us as fans, we were so high on the Peyton Wilsons, the Troy Franklins, the Xavier Worthies. We got our guys. And like I said, at the back end, I understand there wasn't a lot of camaraderie or notion out there. But Josh Smith-Wade, they met at the Senior Bowl. Cromedy, I think it is a player they had to do homework on. And Barton, like I said, those are your last 3. Those are players that the tape doesn't lie. We didn't have to meet you. Your tape shows up whenever you were able to have those opportunities. So for me, like I said, Dan Morgan has done a great job. If you really look at, nobody really thought we'll be that active. And one thing that we're going to talk on What's Up, Doug, here short in the very, very near future is the roster. We have a competitive roster built with veterans and youth. And that's one thing you can't get mad at. Again, Bryce has veteran wide receivers. outside of Adam Thielen, what veteran wide receiver was a proven wide receiver? I know people are going to say, oh, DJ Chark. DJ Chark wasn't proven. He was not proven. I actually wish Quan can really pull up shout out my guy from sending me a film on why Bryce was one of the problems, not the main problems. The very first clip, you see DJ Chark get jammed at the line. The very first play on this, he gets jammed at the line.
Right.
So, like I said, when you got the Deontay Johnson, you got an Adam Thielen that's still a shorthanded wide receiver. You have what's his name, Jonathan Mingo coming into his second year, where a lot of executives said that they think in his second year he'll show more promise than you can get in Xavier Legette. But I'm gonna talk about what's the boy out of the Holy Cross, Quan? Coker. Coker is another wide receiver that can really be a dominant and rough that can help this particular offense. So, like I said, I'm just excited to see Bryce in his second year. I think that's all eyes on me, all eyes on Bryce. There's no more excuses. Like, you have everything at your disposal. Like Quan, myself, whoever else is a Bryce supporter or is saying at least give Bryce 2 years, we have no more excuses. If he wets the bed, he wets the bed. So
that's a fact, man. I mean, again, Rock Jones, his motto, man, he said, it's no mercy, no excuses, man, or no excuses, no mercy. And I like that. I mean, at this point, you got all the weapons. You got the weapons that you need to, create a good scheme. And shout out to Kinfolk in the chat earlier. He said, I hope they don't rush Jonathan Brooks. They're definitely not going to rush him in, especially after you bring in a Rashad Penny. They're definitely trying to ease JB Brooks or JB back into the rotation, man. So they're going to ease his production in throughout the season. At least that's my prediction. We won't really see much of JB until maybe about mid-season. They might give him a couple of carries here and there. Again, that example that I just showed y'all, running back by committee. You're bringing in fresh legs. So we might see a little bit of him, but we're not going to see about, 15, 16 carries out of him. Not this early, at least.
I don't expect him to be till week 4, honestly. And talking to our guy, Tony, week 4, talking to our guy, Tony, from Two Fans in the Stands, I mean, we were just basically bouncing ideas off of each other. I really think he had a good point. Look at Jameson Williams. Jameson Williams tore his ACL at Alabama in the national championship game. Then he came in at the back end of the season, but he really was able to show he was back full strength in his second year. Again, I made this point to people. What other running back do you have in this room other than Jonathan Brooks for next year? Only other person you have is Miles Sanders, and everybody's upset with Miles Sanders.
Couple one-year deals too, man.
Yes. Again, outside of Jonathan Brooks, there's no other running back that we're committed to. So, I mean, that's one thing Dan Morgan wanted to also address. He wanted to address the roster as a whole for the future, not just for right now, but you address your roster in the draft where you get those key bricks to do your foundation for a house. So I love it, man. I definitely love it.
Facts, man. Hey, and again, Zach in the backstage, bro. And say your device is not connected. If you can hear me, connect your mic. You know what I'm saying? Come back on. We'll bring you on, man. But shout out to Sir Lance in the chat. He said Dave Canales wants to build a connection with Bryce on a personal level. He calls it building an emotional currency. I actually just watched that interview right before I got on the live. And that's important. And I know a lot of people were like, people who, say are emotional responders, I would say, for lack of a better term. They'll tell you to your face that Dave Canales don't want nothing to do with Bryce. They'll say he's not tied to Bryce. Dave Canales took this job knowing damn well that Bryce Young was tied to his hip. He did. He was willing to take on that task, and he rightfully so. I showed y'all the track record that he has with these quarterbacks. Sir Lance had an example with Mike McDaniels and what he did with Tua. So look at Tua Tagovailoa. He's another quarterback that had a lot of questions. A lot of people said he ain't have the arm strength. People were saying Tyreek Hill was crazy for going over there. He's not going to get the ball to Tyreek Hill.
Sure.
And I mean, look at him. He's thriving, bro, because he has that relationship with Mike McDaniel. Same thing that Bryce Young and Dave Canales anticipated to do based on Dave Canales' words. So we might be seeing a match made in heaven. We might, I don't know. It's a speculation right now, obviously, because we ain't seen anything yet. But time will tell. Time will tell. MDJ in the chat said, "Oh, what? Time will tell." Exactly. He said, "Hopefully it pans out." I think Deontay Johnson will eat big. Deontay Johnson, man. Deontay Johnson. I've been following him and just watching his work ethic, bro. Like he is nice. It's a reason he is at the top of the charts when it comes to separation with the NFL. Deontay Johnson definitely has that capability, and that answers a lot of questions that we saw in the film last year. He can separate. Bryce Young showed just like I showed y'all in the film. He got the anticipation to get that bitch to your face and allow run after catch. So Deontay Johnson being a separation artist, that's a perfect match made in heaven for Bryce Young. I know Bryce Young was probably, saying, jumping on his bed when he heard the Deontay Johnson trade was made, man. Shout out, Flame for Jesus said, Tua will never go to a Super Bowl. He isn't good enough. I don't give a fuck about Tua and what he's able to do in the Super Bowl. I don't care about Tua going to the Super Bowl. But if we're talking about comparison, hold on, though. We're talking about comparisons. I mean, it don't really matter. That's. Go ahead, Doug. I don't really know what to say to that.
I was gonna say, just look what they did for Tua. That's the only point I was gonna make. They even added more wide receiver weapons. Yes, I understand everybody says Odell's washed. I cannot remember the wide receiver. I think, didn't they get one of the Texas wide receivers in the draft?
Dolphins?
I think the Dolphins got a wide receiver in the draft that they did not. Hold on, I'm about to look it up.
I don't know.
I'm about to look at their draft picks. Give me 1 second. But the point that I'm making is, just look at it. They already got they just got Odell, another weapon that they did not need with Waddle. Yeah. They got Waddle and Tariq already there. Here, I'm about to look that up because that's gonna drive me nuts.
So you build the foundation around Tua. You get weapons for your guy. He don't, to the point where he don't have to do too much. He don't. Look at that offense. It's speed everywhere. To the point where Tua does look good because of the talent around him. That's fine, bro. That's all I'm saying. That's why I was comparing Bryce to Tua. You know what I mean? And of
course, they got my favorite guy, Quan. They got my favorite guy, Malik Washington. They do not need Malik Washington.
Say it again.
They got Malik Washington.
Right. Okay. Yeah. They did get Malik Washington. Wait, Miami got them?
Yes.
Oh shit! I did not.
Yes.
Why did I think he went to the Commanders?
Yes.
So, hey, I mean, like I was saying, bro, like the comparisons with Tua and Bryce is simply due, to how you build around Bryce Young, the blueprint for building around him and getting the offense. And a coach-player relationship like Sterling's talking about in the chat. Shout out to Jamie in the chat. He said, Doug, come on, man. You in the military. So when you were a PFC the first year, did your platoon sergeant expect you to perform like a sergeant? No. Come on.
No. I can answer that. I'm in agreement with you. Like, it's levels to it. Because when you first come in the military, you don't know what a staff sergeant or any of your NCOs are. Like, I'm an NCO right now. I just went to the range. And it was very interesting seeing I was that junior enlisted, and going into it now, I had to lead out. So everything that I learned as a junior enlisted, I had to put in my NCO hat on. So no, you're totally right. Like I said, I mean, you just don't think that everybody thought Bryce was going to lead Carolina to the playoffs. And the reason why I say that, because we got a quarterback that was drafted number 2 that led his team to the playoffs. And it's not fair because, like Quan has always told me, Doug, CJ and Bryce are going to be attached to the hip as long as they are both in the league. And it's not fair to Bryce because when you look at it, Bryce Young did not have the opportunity to flourish. And I already see our guy, Elaine, in the chat. What's going on, Elaine?
Yes, sir. Hey, real quick, man. Shout out to Elaine for that super chat, man. Appreciate you. Send that 2 beam, man. Hey, shout out to Panther Theory. If you are not subscribed to Panther Theory, stop what you're doing. Literally, stop what you're doing. Go ahead and show that man some love, man. Hey, brilliant mind over there. We do not see eye to eye whatsoever on this Bryce situation. But Elaine definitely, I love the way he articulates his sentences. He can definitely give you his pointers, and he can convince you on some shit, man, just by the way he articulates. But again, we do not see eye to eye with the whole Bryce scenario, man. But that's fun. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Panther Theory. Much respect to you, brother. Glad to see you in the chat, man. He said Bryce hater in the house. Bryce Hater in the house, man. I'm here to hear the bad news. Hello, JK, what's up, bro? Yes, sir, man. There you have it, man. The leader of the Bryce haters, the leader of the Bryce haters himself. He said, we don't, but it's all love, man. Yeah, it's all love, man. Big love to Panther Theory. Again, make sure y'all subscribe to that, man. Let me bring up my guy Zach in the backstage. He's been
Hey,
waiting, man. Appreciate you pulling up to the channel, man. Go ahead and talk your shit.
hey, Quan, can I say this to Elaine real quick? Hey, Elaine, I'm gonna be praying for you.
Yes,
I
sir.
already know you got surgery coming up, man. So I'm sending prayers out. Like I said,
Oh,
I know how that surgery go, that recovery. I'm already praying for a speedy recovery for you, my guy. Don't know what type of surgery you having, but I know you're gonna fight through it. You're gonna get well, my guy.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Big love to Elaine, man. Hey, recover fast as you can, man. Speedy recovery to you. Prayers up for my guy Elaine in the chat, man. Zach, what's going on with you, man?
What's going on, man? Can y'all hear me?
Oh yeah, loud and clear, brother.
Yeah, what's going on, Quan? What's up, Doug? What's going on, man?
What's going
Hey,
on?
blessed to be here, man.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that, man. I just wanted to go over some of the things that were talked about earlier. First of all, the concept and the routes that Frank Wright had the receivers running. If you look at most of the routes, it were um, 5 to 10 outs or curl concepts. Most of the receivers, at least two or three, were turning back to Bryce Young, like they're maybe 5 to 10 yards or maybe 15 yards, turning back to receive the ball. They were not any streaks too much or anything like that. No crossing patterns. And with some of the Bryce Young haters here, man, there's no use to arguing with them. Before my grandma passed, she always told me two things: ignorance is bliss, and you can't argue with stupid. I mean, you said
Shout out to
and
Grandma.
pretty much play by play and broke it down. Bryce Young at the top of his drop. There's nobody's open. There's nobody to throw to, and he's not. Bryce Young doesn't have Lamar Jackson speed. He can't scramble out of every situation.
Yeah.
But one of the things I do can say that he is consistent with the fumbles, of course. And another thing is holding the ball too long. He needs to learn if he has no one to throw to, he can try to get out of the pocket and just throw the ball away. It's don't take those sacks. Don't fumble the ball. You got to be at better ball security and stuff like that. But I mean, I believe with Dave Canales and he's going to put together this year with the receivers and the talent that we have around him. Bryce Young is going to be better. We may not win the division. We may not go to the Super Bowl, but I believe it's going to be a better showing than what was put out there last year.
Hey, facts. And going back to your point, man, it's not really a lot of opportunity for Bryce to push the ball down the field. And when there is opportunity, we've seen it also on the field, man. You don't really have a vertical threat. DJ Chark half the time is locked up. You know what I mean? It's rare to see. But we also saw the arm strength. He is capable of throwing that ball down the field. We saw that on the film multiple times in the same game. I can pull up multiple games and show you the arm strength. I know a lot of people, saying question the deep ball. Obviously, I told y'all early in the live, if you missed it, his deep ball accuracy is definitely questionable. I definitely agree with you guys there. But he got the arm strength to get it down the field. But we didn't have that much. So now you solve these issues by bringing in these guys in the offseason, like a Deontay Johnson, like a Xavier to get, saying guy who can high point the ball. Um, you still got Adam Thielen, who was very effective. Now he can finally play his role and be a wide receiver 3 and play in the slot. You know what I'm saying? You still got guys on the roster like Jonathan Mingo. Jonathan Mingo, who still got a question mark on him, is another guy I'm going to give grace to for his rookie year. But we don't know where he's going to be. But I do know for a fact that you got a lot of weapons around you now, from running back to tight end to receiver, and even those two big guards that we added with the addition of the free agency. You got a chance. There's like Rock Jones be saying, man, no excuses, no mercy. So at this point, Dave Canales has to put this offense together for Bryce Young, and I told y'all why I believe this will work. I think it will work because Bryce Young will not have to do too much. He won't. It's going to be a team by committee. It's not just going to be Bryce Young dropping back 60 times a game. All Bryce Young got to do is get it to your guys in space and let them do the hard work. Run after catch. We didn't have run after catch last year. We just did it. Adam
One of
Thielen
11.
was our 30, was our highest receiver. He's 33. You gonna give him the ball on the screen yard, like on a screenplay? Why? Adam Thielen ain't got no breakaway speed, man. Sir Lance said a speedy recovery for you, man. Yes, sir. Speedy recovery for Panther Theory. But yeah, I mean, we gotta see, man. We gotta see what this thing gonna be. But I definitely believe we're gonna be pushing the ball a little bit down the field more, especially if you're gonna bring in a philosophy where you want to run the ball. That's gonna allow guys to come up in that box. And what do you know? You're gonna create more one-on-one opportunities, man coverages, and stuff like that to allow your guys to either get a one-on-one 50-50 ball, or they might beat their coverage. And Bryce Young is it's going to be on him to lead those guys in stride and create yards at the catch, or high point the ball and allow his receivers to get that 50-50 ball. So yeah, man. So
Uh,
that's
yeah,
go ahead, Zach.
for bringing me up, man.
Oh yeah,
And the
appreciate you
content
coming up, man.
to both of y'all. Y'all keep doing your thing. Keep doing what you're doing. Stay
I
blessed. And
appreciate it, Zach.
hopefully to see y'all at the game. I'm down here in Carolina. So
Oh,
hopefully,
yes, sir.
South Carolina, by the way.
Okay,
Hopefully,
down the
see,
street, man. Down the street.
yes, sir. Hopefully, see y'all at the game pretty soon.
Yes,
Most
sir.
definitely, man. Hey, likewise, man. I appreciate you coming up and showing love to the chat, man, to the panel.
Yes, sir. All right. Peace.
All right, man. All right, fam. Hey, so there you have it, man. I'm pretty much I done got my pointers out the way. I'm pretty much done. I'm ready to put this Bryce Young debate to rest. I'm done going back and forth with people for Bryce Young. I'm ready to move forward, bro. I believe this is gonna work. I'm on the Bryce train through and through to the end. It is what it is. If you're not, again, these receipts are going to be historically funny, man. It's going to be funny, and I can't wait, man. Again, like I said earlier, if in whatever case Bryce Young doesn't pan out, I'm not expecting y'all to let the gas go, let up off the gas pedal on myself as well, man. If that makes sense, I'm not expecting y'all to, to come in here and I'm expecting y'all to give me hell. That's what I'm saying. I'm expecting y'all to give me hell, just like vice versa. If he pans out to be something, I'm gonna give y'all hell, and y'all not gonna hear the end of it for the entire season. So it's gonna be fun, man. I can't wait to see the season come up. The Civil War definitely will continue in Carolina, so y'all do stay tuned. Again, going back to earlier for that 2,000 sub giveaway, if you guys are just pulling up, me and my guy Doug, we are giving away 3 total copies of the 2025 college football coming up, anticipated to come out in July. So sometime in July, um, definitely will. I can't wait to pull up that live stream, man. So click that notification bell if you haven't already, so you don't miss the announcement in the community session, letting you know when we're gonna have the live stream, and on Twitter, I'm gonna let you know on Twitter as well when we're gonna have the live stream. All you gotta do is be subscribed to myself and of course, what's up, Doug, and you instantly get a chance to win. Of course, you have to do your homework on these Carolina Panthers because it's gonna be trivia based. It's gonna be trivia questions, and it's gonna be first come, first serve. Whoever answered the question correctly first is gonna get the giveaway. So if you want to increase your chances of winning, tell a friend and tell a friend to pull up. You know what I mean? Increase your chances of winning these copies. And hopefully, you know what I'm saying, when you win that copy, we can play each other. You know what I'm saying? I can bust your ass a couple times and have a good time with the game, man. Read the last couple comments and then we can go ahead and get up out of here. Diggs said, will the undrafted free agents be given a fair shot to make the roster? That's a
Yes.
great question. Doug told you yes. I mean, I say yes as well. Rashad Penning, obviously, you're not just gonna bring him in here to cut him, especially with the type of talent that you have. And then we showed y'all, the ability to be able to run by committee is going to be important, and that's something that Dave Canales also emphasized with him wanting to run the ball. So if we're gonna be running the ball, I think Rashad Penny is in good position to make the team. As far as another undrafted, I'm talking about Rashad Penny, not the undrafted free agents. Let me talk about Coker. So Coker, whatever.
It's Coker. You said it
Okay,
right.
okay, yeah. So Coker, he got some work to do, but I mean, he's sitting pretty. He's in a really, really good position because you got Terrence Marshall Jr. there. He's most likely out of here. You got David Moore, who's not, I mean, veteran presence, but not much competition. I mean, you got Xavier Legette, Adam Thielen, Jonathan Mingo. I mean, you don't really have much competition. You can definitely make the roster. We got a big ass kicker. We got
No,
big
he'll
ass
win that
kicker.
one. He'll win that job.
I haven't seen Pinheiro report to anything, so I think he definitely has a chance to make the roster. As far as the other ones,
The running back out of Monmouth. The running back out of Monmouth has a good chance.
I don't know, man.
He's
Especially with the Rashad
he's
Penny signing, I mean, does he have a good chance?
I mean, Penny's coming off really. I mean, he's fully healthy now after 2 years. Can he return back to um, his heydays in Seattle? We don't know. So again, it just depends. Like I'm just looking at it as an option, but I like the running back out of Monmouth because he was supposed to be drafted in the fifth between seventh round, just like Jalen Coker out of Holy Cross. So it's just a wait and see. Like I said, it's gonna be a lot of competition. You don't got to worry about
It
people
is.
getting handed jobs or this player is only getting on the team because of connections. No, one thing there is competition up and down this roster, and I can't wait. I cannot wait.
I can't wait neither, man. Hey, Doug, do me a favor. We got a show coming up, man. You want to let them know about your show?
Yes, sir. We have the rebirth of the Carolina Panthers will be premiering tomorrow. Part 4. All the pieces are set. We are going to be having 2 special guests, Edgar and our guy Ricky from the Bo Body Show. Join us tomorrow. We'll be talking about offense and defense. We'll talk about rookie minicamp, and I might try to get everybody's schedule prediction for maybe week 1 out of the opponents that we have. So can't wait for tomorrow night. We will be dropping the details on YouTube here in about 10 minutes. And definitely look forward to seeing everybody tomorrow night, man.
Yes, sir. There you have it, fam. As always, man, I definitely appreciate y'all for hanging with me this long. This live was pretty long, like 2 hours and some change. So definitely appreciate y'all, especially if you were here from the beginning to the end. And those of you who are replaying the video, man, shout out to you guys, especially for, watching the video all the way to the end, man. I know it's long, but that's big love, man. Just the fact that you guys are willing to watch and hear my opinions and stuff like that and listen to these brilliant guys come on the panel. Even in the chat, man, you had some great content creators stop by. Shout out to Panther Theory. Shout out to 2 fans that was in the chat, man, and a couple others. Shout out to all these guys that are working hard behind the scenes, man. Shout out to all the content creators for pulling up. Shout out to the chat, man. You guys are always awesome. I always enjoy going live. Y'all make this shit worthwhile, man. So definitely shout out to you guys. Shout out to all the Bryce haters as well. Can't wait to pull out these receipts, man. It's going to be crazy, man. It's going to be crazy. But, hey, if it don't work out, it is what it is. I'm expecting y'all to give me hell as well. So can't wait for a good season. Let's read the last couple comments before we get up out of here, man. Sir Lance says, thank you, Quan and Doug. Hey, thank you, bro. Thank you, Sir Lance, for showing
Yes,
love.
sir.
Panther Theory said, going to watch it on the replay or the rewatch. Appreciate you, man. Hey, that's big love, man. Like I said, these content creators are working hard behind the scenes, man. So just the fact that you are, taking the time out of your day to stop and go back and watch a replay, man, that's big love. I really appreciate that. I hope you enjoy it, man. Definitely leave a comment. I want to hear your thoughts, Elaine. I definitely want to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I know you're gonna disagree. I know, but I can't wait to hear what you say with your pointers, man. Real quick, Be Good said Bryce number 1 hater right here. I hope he can prove me wrong, but I doubt it. LOL. All right, man. Hey, we're gonna see, man. Just like we said earlier, it's prove it or lose it, man. Well, I ain't gonna say lose it, but put up or shut up. Put up or shut up. Hey, we're gonna see what this thing gonna turn out like for year 2. Joe, you got any last words for the peoples?
No, sir. Like I said, we always appreciate everybody showing up, showing the love across Panther content creators. We do this for y'all. Like I said, I know the national media tries to, but every content creator is on boots on the ground and definitely tries to give you guys accurate content and our own perspective. So we appreciate all the support.
Yes, sir. All right, guys. As always, man, stay true to yourself. Keep being you. Follow those dreams and turn those dreams into goals. And go get it, fam. I will see you guys on the next video, on the next live. Oh, let me see what my man Panther Theory said. My man trying to take my crown. I'm Bryce number 1. Yeah, hey, hey, we got some competition. Even another civil war between the Bryce haters. I don't know, man. Ain't nobody got. I don't know. Elaine he's up there. Like I said, that's the leader right there, bro. If anybody is the leader of the Bryce haters, it's got to be either Elaine or Elaine or
Yeah.
but I gotta give it to Elaine, bro. Elaine, he steps on Bryce the entire year, man. Kind of went back and forth. He was on Bryce's side and then he flipped over. So I'm not gonna call him the biggest hater. So yeah, I think Elaine got that, man. Be good. I gotta see a little bit more from you. Gotta see a little bit more from you. So I don't know. But right now, I'm definitely giving that crown to Elaine, man. But that's all for now, man. I'll see you guys on the next one. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next live or the next content that we drop on this channel. As always, man, I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.
Yes, sir. Peace.
I see dead people. Aye, Mustard on the beat, ho, Debo, any rap nigga, he a free throw, man down, call her Amber Lambs, tell him breathe, bro, nail a nigga to the cross, he walk around like Tizo. What's up with these jabroni ass niggas trying to see Compton? The industry can hate me, fuck them all and they mama. How many options you really got? I mean, it's too many options. I'm finna pass on this body, I'm John Stockton. Beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified boogeyman, I'm the one that up to score with him. Walking down whole time, I know he got some hoe in him. Pole on him, extort shit, bully the flow on him. Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to cell block 1. To any bitch that talk to him and they in love, just make sure you hide your little sister from him. They tell me Chubb's the only one that get your hand-me-downs. And party at the party playing with his nose now. And Baca got a weird case, why is he around? Certified lover boys, certified pedophiles. Wop, 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 wop. That fuck him up. Wop, 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 wop. I'ma do my stuff. Why you trolling like a bitch, ain't you tired? Trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor. They not like us. 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 You think the Bay gon' let you disrespect Pop, nigga? I think that Oakland show gon' be your last stop, nigga. They cold foul. I don't know why you still pretending. What is the owl? Bird niggas and bird bitches. Go. The audience not dumb. Shape the stories how you want. Hey Drake, they're not slow. Rabbit hole is still deep. I can go further, I promise. Ain't that something? P-Rest stands for bitchin'. You Malibu most wanted. Ain't no law boy, you ball boy. Fresh Gatorade or something. Since 2009, I had this bitch jumping. You niggas will get a wedgie. Be flipped over your boxes. Or over your foe. The other vaginal option. Pussy. Nigga better straighten they posture. Got favorites all up in contact. Might write this with a doctor. Tell a pop star quit hiding. Fuck a caption, won't action. No accident, I'm hands on. He fuck around, get polished. Fucked on Wayne Grow, he was in jail. That's conniving. Then get his face tatted like a bitch apologizing. I'm glad D-Rose came home, y'all didn't deserve him neither. From Alondra down to Central, nigga better not speak on Serena. And your homeboy needs subpoena. That predator moving flocks. That name gotta be registered and placed on neighborhood watch. I lean on you niggas like another line of walk. Yeah, it's all eyes on me and I'ma send it up the park. Ay, put the roll label on me, I'ma get them dropped. Ay, sweet chin music and I won't pass the ox. Ay, how many stocks do I really have in stock? Ay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5. Ay, devil is a lie, here 69 God. Ay, freaky ass niggas need to stay their ass inside. Ay, roll their ass up like a fresh pack of Zod. Ay, city is back up, it's a must, we outside. Ay. They not like us. 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 Once upon a time, all of us was in chains. Homie still double down, calling us some slaves. Atlanta was the mecca, building railroads and trains. Bear with me for a second, let me put y'all on game. The settlers was using town folk to make them richer. Fast forward 2024, you got the same agenda. You run to Atlanta when you need a check balance. Let me break it down for you, this the real nigga challenge. You caught Future when you didn't see the club. Like, what? Little baby help you get your lingo up. What? 21 get your first street cred. Thug make you feel like you a slime in your head. Like, what? Quavo said you can be from Northside. What? 2 Chainz say you good, but he lied. You run to Atlanta when you need a few dollars. No, you not a colleague, you a fucking colonizer. The family matter and the truth of the matter. Here was God's plan to show y'all the liar. He a fan, he a fan, he a fan. He a fan, he a fan, he a freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Hey, 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 run for your life. Hey, 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 run for your life. Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Hey, 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 run for your life. Hey, 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 run for your life. Let me hear you say OV ho. OV ho. Say OV ho. OV ho. Then step this way, step that way. Then step this way, step that way. Are you my friend? Are we locked in? Then step this way, step that way. Then step this way,